West Ham Randall.
I've got no idea what's going on.
West Ham Randall.
Never used to get this when I worked on Rainbow Beach.
What is he doing?
And
Hello, Sketchy Banana.
Now we're
Very
all a
good, very
happy
nice.
family. Let's go.
What is
Very
he
good, very
doing
nice.
now?
Oh my days.
How are we?
What are you boys saying, man?
Not much, mate.
Not a
Are
lot,
you?
mate.
Well, I'm saying I asked both y'all for like some Subway like recommendations,
You
and
did.
and you know what? I asked Lucas, I asked Rise, I asked you, I asked Happy Hammerette, I asked everybody, and I went with something totally different. It was mad. It was
What did you
mad.
go for?
Did-
What did you go for?
I went for a cold cut combo with bacon on it, cheese, marinara sauce. Got like all the works like you do, Gatesy, because hey, they're for free, so let's have them all.
Yeah, he's going to pay the same either way. So
100%. And I loaded it up. What did you say? Go big or go
big
home?
or go home.
And I went big.
Right, give me 2 seconds. I'm just gonna go fill up more water.
Yeah. See, Raz is hungry now. Gatesy, what like did I don't know if you were able to read it, but like they were praising SouceK and CoufaL for the amount of class basically that they've added to this West Ham squad, and I have to agree.
Yes, I would completely concur with that. I mean,
Yeah.
the only thing I would say, just to put a little bit of a dampener on it, the second season's not quite been at the same level as the first season was for them. Well, I
You're
say the
right.
first season, it was actually Thomas Soucek's second season, but it was his first
Yeah.
full season, and it was almost a full season for CoufaL, but for 3 games, I think it was 3-4 games. But
Yeah, but to be fair, Soucek's starting to pick up the form of it in the last few weeks.
Oh, has he ever?
yeah,
Again.
yeah,
Has he ever?
that's fair.
He has done.
But to
He
be
has
fair to the
done.
man, he's
Well,
been
sorry, Raz. What?
playing. I was gonna say, to be fair to the man, he's been playing non-stop for the past like 3 years or whatever.
Yeah, it is a bit silly.
Yeah. Like a lot, and he runs like around what is it? What 12 kilometers a match? Like
Something like that, yeah.
yeah, he's a 12, 13. Like he's not too shabby, man. Like it was sad seeing them get knocked out of the World Cup last night. Honest, I thought.
What
Czech
qualifiers?
Republic?
Yeah.
Well, they haven't
Were you
qualifiers,
were
are
you
they?
were you sad about Italy yesterday?
On Frankie and Charlie Boy's behalf, yes, I was. Yes, and I didn't even know they got knocked out because, like, I was talking. I did a stream last night, and I was talking to Frankie, and he was like, "Oh, North Macedonia beat us," and I was like, "Yeah, I know." And he's like, "That means like we have to wait 4 years," and I was like, "Yeah, but 2 years Euros, and then 4 years World Cup." But I didn't. I had no idea that they were fully like knocked on their behind. I had no idea. Like I thought they still had a shot to win, like with a playoff something or other. But that was the playoff, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Did you
it's
see
like
Bale's goal?
both of them.
What?
He's played
His free kick was
77 minutes
Dimitri
this
Payet
season,
level.
hasn't he?
Yeah.
Some I don't know.
Yeah.
What,
He
what did you say, Gacy? 73
I say
minutes to
I think
play?
he's played 77 minutes this season for Real Madrid. The press in Madrid are going absolutely crazy. And I'm not being funny. I don't blame them because they're the ones that are paying him his weekly wage.
Mm-hmm.
And he missed El Clasico with a quotes unquote niggle, and then of course they went and lost it to Barcelona at home 4-0.
Yep.
And then he turns up and plays his socks off for Wales. And listen, I'm sure he's a proud Welshman and all the rest of it, but you got to say, as the club that are paying him his weekly wage, you expect a bit more than that.
Exactly.
But don't you find that the same? Like I know it's a soft subject to touch on, but don't you find the same with Yarmolenko? Like whenever he pulls on that Ukrainian kit, he plays like all balls out, like go hard or go home. But With West Ham, it's different, and now it seems different. Like he's not only playing for West Ham, he's playing for his country as well. It's an odd, it's a touchy subject to touch on, walking on eggshell type things. But what do you think has been his resurgence of form of recent, Gacy?
What? SouceK?
No,
Yarmolenko, sorry.
Yarmolenko.
Yarmolenko, sorry. Well, I think possibly in a funny sort of way,
Mm-hmm.
maybe. And I don't mean to make light of the situation, but
Mm-hmm.
he's almost said it himself that because of the situation he's got back home in Ukraine,
Mm-hmm.
football's almost like his way of kind of switching off from that and
Mm-hmm.
not
Mm-hmm.
not
Mm-hmm.
forgetting about it, but kind of having a release from it, if that makes sense.
No, it makes all the sense in the world. Do you agree, Raz? Like,
Yeah, he's playing for Ukraine again. That's what it is.
yeah, it is in a nutshell. In a nutshell, yeah. And it's good to see. Like, it's really good to see because this is the Yarmolenko that we signed, we wanted to see, like week in and week out, and we're seeing his potential right now. And this is what we should have been seeing 2 years ago. Is that wrong to say?
Well, no, he went out for a while with a terrible injury, though, didn't
Yeah,
Yeah,
yep, yep, yep,
So,
yep.
that didn't help
like,
him.
no,
And he was
that's what I
flying
mean.
up to that point, in fairness.
You're right.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
and I
right.
think
You're right.
that injury's knocked his confidence, and then he's not had many minutes since or whatever, and then now it's just he's found the
Different
form
level.
again, and I can only just
Yeah.
see him getting better.
Well,
Do,
in
do you
his
think?
absence, we signed Jared Bowen, didn't we?
Yep.
So
Yeah.
And Vlasic to boot. But do you think we're gonna see like the best of Yarmolenko to come, or do you think he's off in the summer?
no, he's off in the summer, I would
He
think.
isn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be
Yeah,
very
I don't know.
surprised.
I could see maybe a year extension with like a wage cut, but I don't.
Yeah, it'd have to be a wage cut.
It
I can't see
has
it.
to be
I
a
can't see
wage
it at the
cut,
same
man.
time. I can see it, but I can't see it. If you know what I mean.
No, I
Like
know
if he
exactly.
took a wage cut, I could see him staying for another year or two. But it'd probably be a considerable wage cut, down to like 30 grand a week or something.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise I couldn't see it happening.
No, that has to be a wage cut because he's just earning too much. Like, do any of you two think that we'll get Lingard in the summer?
Yes.
I hope
Yeah, he's
so.
on a free. There's quite a
I
few
know.
players that are on a free, isn't there?
Oh, not many.
Well,
Not
it's
a
funny
lot.
you should say that.
Oh, come on, Gatesy, bring it on.
Well, no, I was.
He got his nuggets. Gatesy got his nuggets.
No,
Gates's got his nuggets. Go on.
I've just been doing a little bit of digging and research and whatever, and just looking at players that are potentially available in the summer for nothing, and also further to that, players that have only got a year left on their contracts as of the summer. And mate, there's plenty of bargains to be
I know.
had. I mean,
know.
just looking here, right? You know, I'm on Transfer Market,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, look, some of them are unrealistic. I mean, top of the list, you've got Kylian Mbappe. He is not coming to West Ham
No
with
way.
the best will in the world.
No
Neither
way.
is
Yeah,
Paul
we
Pogba.
will.
No
But
way.
you look down the
Listen to
list.
Rice.
Now listen to this. I mean, Antonio Rudiger.
I
Again,
love
don't think
him.
that's realistic because of the wages. But
Yeah, I was just
his
saying
teammate,
wages.
Andreas Christensen,
Yeah. Yeah.
possible
There's
centre
Ron
back.
Magnolia as well, isn't there?
Yeah, he's dope.
Yeah. Alessio Romagnoli from Milan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
he's
I know
available.
you guys aren't like with it. You might be, but like Diego Costa, like I still fancy him. Like even if he's 100 years old, I
That's what I
still
was going to say. He's
fancy
about
him.
100 years old.
That's what I'm saying. He'll be pushing the Zimmer frame, but he'll still score goals. Like honestly, I
Thing is, though, Peach, I mean,
yeah,
there's been 2 periods of time where he's been available,
yeah,
and David Moyes has not seen
no,
fit to bring him through the door. So I think realistically that ship
Exactly.
has set sail.
okay, Whatever
Yeah, I know
happened to remember?
Belotti's free as well.
Belotti will be free. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. As I say, this is sort of like guys that are available potentially for free this summer.
Yep.
As I say, there's also another batch of players that who, when they hit the summer, will be available. They'll be free in a year's time. So obviously, with 12 months left on their contract, they're going to be relatively inexpensive. Again, looking at this list, some of them I'm not expecting to see at London Stadium. Mohamed Salah, Raheem Sterling.
No
But
way.
Well,
No
then you
way.
yeah,
sort of cut.
you might see him at London Stadium just playing for Liverpool and Man City.
Yeah.
That's it.
But Marcus
Well said.
Rashford was mentioned. Possible.
Oh, I'd love Rashford at West
Possible.
Ham.
See,
I'd love Rashford at West Ham.
you know
Here's
what? He has that pace, doesn't he? He's like Ryan Fredericks that can put one in the back of the goal.
well,
Yeah.
here's a name for you. You want to talk about pace, Premier League experience, 24 years of age. He's a
Who's that?
striker,
Who's
Gabriel
that?
Jesus.
You know what? That's not a bad shout.
But I
That's
think his wages would probably be
Wages.
prohibitive. I
Wages.
think
Yeah.
his wages would probably
Yeah.
be the stumbling block there. But there's plenty of. I mean, there's so many bargains.
What do you think? What do you think about Alvarez, Gatesy, the boy that plays for? I think it's River Plate.
isn't
He
it?
signed for Man City in
I was
January.
going to say he's signed for Man City.
No,
Yeah,
that's right. That happened in January, didn't it? Shit.
yeah.
Shit.
On
Shit.
deadline day,
Whatever.
when I was because me and you were kept banging on about signing boys,
know.
and goes to Man
I
City,
know.
doesn't he?
I know, and it's like, and that Tony boy, he's doing wonders right now, and it's like we could have had him. I know Moyes' first choice was Eze. He could have had him. It's Matt. Like whatever happened to Baca? Remember Baca? Yeah, I think he was Colombian, and we could
Carlos
have had.
Bacca.
Yes. And it was like the whole
Chewbacca.
summer we were like talking about getting him in, and we never got him in. But has he
No.
done
Years
much
ago.
since?
He's
Or
at Granada at the minute in
has he
quite
kind
Spain.
old
of
now,
fallen
isn't he?
off, Gatesy?
Say again.
Has he kind of fallen off? Like he's not.
Yeah, I mean he's 35 now. I mean
Yeah.
he'll be 36
Yeah.
in September. So
Yeah.
not
No,
happening.
forget about it. Forget
Not
about
happening.
The only
I mean,
player I'd like to see about that age to come in would be Carlos Tevez.
it. Oh, and he said he
Hasn't he
wanted to
knocked it on
finish
the
his
head?
career
Even if
at
it's
West
just
Ham.
for one season, just to
Yep.
he just comes in, plays
Yep.
5 or 6 games, scores 1 or 2 goals.
Yep.
I'll be happy with that because he won't
He's a
be wanting
monster,
too much money because he's at retirement age. But I'd love to have Carlos Tevez back in for a season, only if it's for a few games or something. And
And he
scores
did
1 or
say
2
he
goals.
wanted to finish his
38.
career at West Ham. He did say that. Like
I thought he wanted to
Yeah.
finish his career at Boca.
Okay, well maybe
Yeah.
before Baca, he wants to like pre-finish his career at West Ham. Like no, but honestly, Robert, I'm not joking. I did hear that he
Yeah.
said he'd love to come back to West Ham like in his dizzy days, like
Yeah,
sky
I don't think
high
that's going to
days.
happen now. I mean, I can't see
Imagine.
David Moyes signing him at the age of 38.
I know, but that would be like
No.
a Teddy Sheringham type deal. Like, and Tevez is just legend, like capital L. Like,
Mm.
I
What
don't
do
know.
we think about all the rumours going around about Calvin Phillips?
Nah. What's your thoughts, Casey?
Injuries would be my concern. Don't get
listen,
me wrong,
that's what
very, very
everybody's
good
saying.
player,
Yeah.
but injuries.
Yeah.
Now, if we were able,
And why
Let me
would we
ask
be
you
bringing
this.
him in? Would it be
Bryce,
play
Bryce,
with
let me-
Bryce? Would it play with Declan? Or
I
That's
think
what I'm
he'd
saying.
play with him
That's
for
the
a
question.
season top whack.
but that's what I'm saying, Bryce. Let me ask you, if we could bring in Phillips and still hold on to Declan Rice, like, I'd have some of that any day of the
Me
week.
too. Me too.
Oh, absolutely.
But I saw something. I can't remember what it was, but I saw something saying like I think it was a news article or something saying like one player that David Moyes could bring in to keep Declan Rice. And I'm thinking I didn't read it or whatever,
Mm,
but I think it would be Calvin Phillips because how well they get on with on England duty.
yeah. It's like SouceK and Rice in disguise, isn't it, really? Like, they just, like, they're Marmite on toast, dog. Like,
Yeah.
real talk. They just, they fit. They fit.
Oh,
Like,
don't. I love Marmite on toast.
no, that's what I'm saying though. It's like they just fit. It's like that, dog. It's like eggs and soldiers, dog. They just fit. Like Phillips and Bryce developed a brilliant
Maple syrup from pancakes.
thank you. or lemons and sugar on pancakes, dog. Show Tuesday things, but it's like they just developed a real understanding. I was gonna say relationship, but it's more of an understanding on the pitch. They developed a real understanding on the pitch, Rice and Phillips. And imagine if you had, like, you know how we have now, we have like Rice, we have Suchek, we have Lanzini. Imagine if we had Rice, Suchek, and Phillips. Like that's like a concrete wall. Like that's like
Whoa, just wait a minute.
what,
Wait a minute, Peach. Wait a minute.
what?
You're gonna get Happy Hammerette foaming at the mouth. You're pushing Lanzini out of the
No, but no,
team.
no, no. I'm saying
Oh
no.
my
Listen,
goodness.
She's
listen,
gonna
listen,
be mad with you.
Waiting for
listen,
your
listen.
phone to start going ballistic.
Hold on, I got a call. Oh, no, no, but no, I'll tell you. Like you get Rice, Phillips, and Suchek, and then you could have like Lanzini playing that further role. Do you know what I mean? Like, because I think
Oh, so
Lanzini's
you're
coming
kicking
back
Ben
to what he
Rama
was
out
before he
now,
got
are
injured.
you? You're
Honestly,
kicking Ben Rama out, are you?
We'll have some people get
yeah,
angry with
yeah.
that.
You know what? I will kick Ben Rama out. I think he's a very
Ooh!
talented and gifted player, but I think like he should come off the bench because every time he starts, he gets pulled off. I don't think that's fair. It's like another Felipe
He's our
Anderson
best
thing.
player against Spurs.
That's what I'm saying though. Every time he gets put on, he gets
No, but he
hooked
started
off.
against Spurs.
He started
Come
against
again?
Spurs. He started against Spurs.
No, I know, but he gets hooked off every time. 70th, 80th minute, he is getting hooked off. He's like the new Felipe Anderson. And it's like, I don't agree with that. So, you know what? Yeah, put Lanzini up in that attacking midfield number 10 slash false nine role, whatever you want to do with him. He could play it all. But it's like,
So
have
you're are
have
you
have
so are you
Ben
gonna
Rama
play
on the bench to come on. Like
Peach?
that's another option. That could be Ben Rama's best like foreset for him to come off the bench, come on for somebody like Lanzini coming off. Like
Wait a
I'm
minute.
just
So
saying, it
so
could all work.
so let's just sort of try and sort this out. So
Big up Lee.
you'd play
Yep, go on.
a midfield three of Soucek, Rice, and Phillips,
Yep,
but you would also have Lanzini as a 10.
yes.
So are you playing two strikers?
If let me show you.
How are you setting up? Are you setting
Okay,
up a
Yeah.
four at the back or
let
what?
me show you. Let me show you. I've been studying these games of recent, yeah.
Right.
I've been studying these games of recent. I don't know about y'all because y'all are lucky enough to go to the matches, to have a piss up and
Not
whatever.
me.
But like, yo, I'll show you. I've been studying these matches, and you know, more times Moyes goes forward, it's almost like 2-1, 2-1-3-5. Could that work? Is or that too many players? But it's like they all flood the final third of the opposition's team. All of them. It's like you got
Yeah,
you
Two.
got
that is
Too
too
basically
many.
many.
You got
Two.
11 outfielders there.
so no, but you get what I'm saying. It's like you got basically you got Dawson and you got Zuma. Those are the back two. Yeah. Then you got Rice in front of them, and then you have Suchek, you have Lanzini, and then you got Fornals and Johnson. Like they're the wingbacks, and Fornals loves playing wingback. Like I watched a video on him today, and he was like, "I love playing fullback. Like it's brilliant because you can do everything on the pitch." And then you have the Lanzinis, the Ben Ramas, and then the Antonios. Like
Where's Cresswell gone?
shit.
Is
But you get what I'm
he
like.
got in
It's
goal?
no, he's in the fans. He's in the stands with the fans. But
Uh,
like, you get what I'm saying. It's like when I see them go forward, Gatesy. Like it's almost like, would this make sense? A 2-2-6? Would that make sense? No, there's still too many players.
No, it's
no.
not.
You got 10 outfielders there.
Yeah, it's almost like I
But
see a two two
that
six.
team would get ripped to shreds if you're
No,
playing a
but I've
2-2-6
seen this.
formation.
But when they were playing Sevilla, when they were going forward, it was like 2-2-6. It was nuts. Like, watch the match back.
Yeah,
It's
no,
mad. It's like,
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. In
you get what
attack,
I'm saying?
not a full formation for the game. You mean in
No, no,
attack?
no, no, no.
Yeah,
Just,
yeah, I
just,
know what
just
you
when they're
mean.
attacking, and then when they have to pull back, you see like five in the back, and it's like, how did they get there? Like, I'll tell you, man, Moyes is doing a superb job, and the formation is like changing all of the time. So it's like you might see one thing on paper, but it's a different thing when you're playing. Like, you watch the match minute for minute for minute for minute. Those lines change up like nobody's business, man. Like, it's. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Fair.
I am just, and it's beautiful to see because Gatesy, remember like remember the old formation? It was like, what was it? It was 2-3-5. Remember that? Like back in the day, it was 2-3-5, and it's like,
What, you talking back in this like the 50s and 60s?
I'm talking about in like the 16 and 1700s, dog. But it's like, it was like, but you get me,
You still
like,
remember that, don't you?
oh, of
I
course.
don't.
I do. How you mean? I got the Benjamin Button disease, dog. But it's like 2-3-5. It's like that's like basically it's the same as your 5-3-2, 3-5-2. Like, it's all the same shit. But like, it's just good to see Moyes deploy. Like, he has that old school formation mentality in his head, and he's not a dinosaur for doing that. I think he's um, uh, 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 redoing something that actually works. To tell you the truth, like, you,
Revisiting old formations.
yeah. Thank you, Rice. Thank you, Rice. Thank you, Rice. But do you see it as well? Like, Rice, do you see it as well? Like, when they're playing just the formation, all like changing all the time, and it's just like, I'd love to see that.
Yeah, I like it when formations are like when it's quite fluid from like
Yeah.
attacking to defense. Like you got when you when you're defending, you got your 4-5 at the back, and then like your wing backs run forward,
Hmm.
and then you
Hmm.
got more people when you're attacking. That usually works quite well, and it seems to be working all right while we're playing it.
Yeah. I like Gatesy. If you could only sign, and Braz, you answer this after Gatesy, dog. If you could only if there was only three players you could sign,
Hmm.
is it going to be the typical left back, striker, and center half, or like, what are you thinking? To think out, like,
If I could
think
only
outside the
sign
box. Think
three,
outside the box.
if I
Only
could only
three.
sign three,
Only three.
I would go for those positions. That is true.
It is, isn't it?
Do you want me to name players?
Yes, please.
Okay. Well, I think for the centre back position, I think we need to get a left-footed centre
Yep.
back. And there's
Yep.
one player I would be all over. He's 24 years of age.
Hmm.
He
Younger than
is
me.
English,
Hmm.
although he has a Russian father and a Ukrainian mother.
Hmm.
Interestingly enough, he's London-born,
Hmm.
6'4", so he's a
Hmm.
big lad,
Mm.
useful at set pieces. The only thing that I think people would sort of like be a little bit concerned by is that he's someone that predominantly in his Premier League career has played in a 3 rather than a 4. But I think if you're a good player, you can adapt. And his name
Yeah,
is
definitely.
Maximilian Kilman.
Is that,
I've never heard of him. Who did he play
He plays
no?
for?
for Wolves.
Does he?
I've never heard of him.
Okay.
Seriously.
Yeah, I've not heard of
Max
him.
Kilman. He plays in the back 3, normally with Connor Cody and Roman Saiss.
What about Cody? Do you think Cody would be shot?
I don't think he would come to West Ham, but I think there's every chance that Max Kilman might.
Okay, talking about Max while you're on it. What about Saint Maximum?
As a
I,
striker option.
Well, predominantly he plays left-sided. Yeah. Look it
Yeah,
up. Does he?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Okay.
not Epic. No, I'm not.
But
Behave.
like, if you put what did Epic say? But if it Gatesy, drunk.
the
Oh,
thing
no, he's
is
not,
with
dog. Listen, listen. No, he's not at all. But like Saint Maximum, I'm thinking like on the left hand side. Like, I think he'd be. I think he'd be an upgrade to Ben Rama, then what about if Lingard comes in? I think Ben Rama's getting sold. Like, to be honest, I think Ben Rama's going to get sold because when you got the likes of Ben Rama against Lingard, Ben Rama all day long, you bring in somebody like Maximum, no
We won't
brainer.
bring him. We won't bring him Maximum. The only way we could have a possible chance of bringing him in is if Newcastle go down, but I generally don't think they're gonna now.
Don't think they're gonna
No,
now.
they're not.
No.
I don't think
No,
they're
they're
gonna.
not.
That'll be the only way we'd bring him in, but I don't see Newcastle go down because Newcastle are gonna strengthen like a mother's in the summer.
Yeah. Yeah, they're
So,
going to
like,
be big in the summer
they're
transfer
gonna have a
window,
good season next season. So
yeah.
Tell you
something
what,
to worry about next
Do you
But
wanna
season.
they
play a
might not.
game?
It all depends if the players gel, though, Rash.
should we
You know what
should
I
we
mean?
should we
Like,
play a game, gentlemen?
okay,
Let's
let's
do
go.
it.
Okay, right. Okay, we'll do it with you first, Pete, shall we?
Yep, let's go.
Right. So next season, you're in charge of West Ham.
Yep,
Now, who is your goalkeeper? Is it one of the goalkeepers we've got at the minute,
yep.
or would you do some business? And if so, who are you bringing in?
No, I'd make the transfer for Areola permanent.
And
Boom,
he'd be
straight
your
me
number
too.
one.
Yes, he would.
Yep.
Okay.
Same with me. Same with me. I agree.
Boom.
Okay. What
So
would
does
be your
Hammerhead.
formation, Peach? 4-2-3-1 as we normally play.
Uh,
I'll tell you what. Let's make it easy. I tell you what.
go on.
Right.
No, but no, I like
go-
Cresswell as like a center half, like
make it
more
easy for
than
me.
a left back. So I'd probably go 3-5-2, which is similar to like
tell you what,
old like
let's-
2-5-2-5.
Let's make it easy. Let's
two-
make it
two,
easy
three,
for me
five.
because it's a lot of typing here. I'm gonna get this up on the screen so that people
Yeah,
can see
yeah,
it.
yeah.
But
Thank you, Gates.
so what for? Sorry, Peach. I'll tell you what. Reese, do you mind if I do Peach first and then come back to you?
That's absolutely fine, mate. That's absolutely fine.
All right,
And
mate.
when you
Thanks,
let me
Reece.
know when you're ready to put your screen on because I can then pop it up
Yep.
because it don't make the sound.
Cool. Lovely. Peach.
Yep.
So what formation do you want?
I want 3-5-2, which is
Okay.
like basically like the 2-3-5, like in that mold.
Yeah, yeah.
So you can switch from like the 2-3-5 to the 3-5-2 to the
Right.
like 4-5-1
Left-
if you want to. Like
Left centre back, Peach. Talk to me. Who's your left centre back?
Cresswell.
Cresswell. Right. Okay. Your central centre back.
That would be. Do you think he still has it in him?
Who?
Ogbonna.
Don't.
No.
Don't know. I think
Okay,
that's a
so
hard
then
one to call.
Okay, so then it would be Zuma because I'm going on what you guys are like bringing up too. So
Yeah,
it
I think it's difficult to say with Ogfon.
It
I
is,
think
isn't
he's the
it?
best will in the
Yeah.
world. So
it
would
is.
your right centre back be Dawson, or would it be a player you're going to bring in from the transfer market?
That's a good question. You know what? To save money, I because how does it normally go? It normally goes because we mucked it up about last match because Zuma and Dawson were like different than they usually play. Who's normally on the right? That's Dawson, isn't it?
Normally, it's Dawson when we played when we played the three against Spuds.
Yeah.
On
yeah.
Sunday, it was Cresswell left. It was Zuma was central, and Dawson was on the. Or was it? No, hang on.
But no, because he.
No, yeah,
switched it
that's
up
right.
last
Dawson
time.
was on the right.
But
yeah.
no, I'd have Cressy, Zuma, and Dawson.
Okay. So you're not doing any business there. That's fine.
To save money. Like, come on.
Your left wing back.
Left wing back.
Yeah.
Oh man, you guys are gonna hate me.
You bringing someone in, or are you using someone we've got?
Long yellow.
Okay, it's your opinion,
Fair,
mate.
fair.
It's not a
No, I
problem.
know, but yeah.
Okay.
I'd
And
only
you're
hate
a
you
right
if you
wing
said no
back.
Craig Dawson.
What's that?
Me or Gatesy.
Well, who said no, Craig Dawson?
No, I said the only reason I hate you if you said no Craig Dawson.
No, I said Craig Dawson, dog.
Yeah, I
I'm
know,
having
that's why I
Craig
said I
Dawson,
hate you.
Zuma.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, piss off. Anyways, so it's Areola, it's Cresswell, Zuma, Big Craig Dawson.
Okay, so your left wing back is going to be Manny Longello. Who's your
Yep.
right wing back?
Al Johnson. Oh, but yeah. Well, Johnson and CoufaL switch plays, switch parts. Like one's on the bench, one's
If
not. There you
if
go.
everyone's fit, who's your first choice right wing back?
SouceKoufaL.
CoufaL over Johnson.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Because now you got like an experienced international right back, and then you got like a young, kind of up and coming left wing back or back or
Okay.
whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, cool. Your defensive midfielder.
Oh, Declan Rice all day long.
Okay, cool. And then it's 2 central midfielders.
That would be SouceK
Okay.
and Connor Coventry.
Connor Coventry. Interesting.
hmm
Okay. Okay, so you're not going to sort of do any business in the midfield area either.
I don't think I'm going to do any business.
Okay.
I'm like
Fair.
Moyes.
Fair.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
And then you've got 2 forward players.
Yep.
Who you going with?
Antonio
Okay.
and Bowen of Vlasic, Vlasic.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Right.
And
So
you got like Lanzini on the bench. You know what I mean? You got Johnson on the bench. Like you got Fabianski on the bench if he still sticks around.
ready to share when you are, Reese.
There you
Four
go.
two,
Let's
four
have
two
it.
three one.
Oh, hold
Hang
on.
on.
I
No,
got it.
no.
I got
Actually,
it.
no.
I
Peaches.
got it. I got it. I got it. I got it.
Peaches one's ready to share.
There you go.
That's
There you
Peaches
go.
one. If you want to go full screen with it.
That looks beautiful. Come on, are you playing with me?
Do you want to go
Yo,
full
we're
screen?
winning the Champions League with that team, dog. I ain't even mucking about. We are winning because you know what? I'll tell you this. I will tell you this. People, I don't have Ben Rama on the team because I think he's getting sold. I don't have Bowen on the team because I think Vlasic is better. I know Bowen's done well.
No
He
Jesse
had his
Lingard though.
spell and he's on
Interestingly
fire
enough.
because he's shagging Danny Dyer. I get that. But I think Vlasic is going to be a West Ham classic. Like, I see good things with this boy, Doc. Like,
Hmm.
maybe not of all of you guys see it, but I see it. Like, I see it. And I know. Trust me. Next year, you know how Bowen came on this season? Like, and how he was last season? I see Vlasic doing that. I really do. Yeah, I see Ben Johnson doing it too. I know he's not in my starting lineup, but I see him doing that as well. Lanzini, I see him putting in 2 things of work still. Like honestly, yeah, and you know what? Anybody who we buy will be an add-on. Like, can you understand, Gatesy, why Moyes hasn't bought anybody? Like, I know everybody's a bit
No.
bitter, like directors bitter, like, oh, he hasn't bought anybody, and
No, I can't.
why not?
No, I think he absolutely should have strengthened. We were
Why?
in a position of relative strength in terms of our history, and
Why?
I think that he should have leveraged every advantage that we had. European football, we were still in the FA Cup at that point. We were chasing top 4 at that point. London club, Premier League established, going hopefully pushing, the top teams. He should have been leveraging all those advantages to get someone through the door. He didn't. Do I think he should have? Yes.
He definitely should have.
Gatesy, can I remind you?
Mm-hmm.
We're sitting 7th place.
Oh,
we're in the quarterfinals of Europa.
Don't get me wrong. Am I
You get
happy with
me?
that? Of course I am. But we're talking about. You've asked the question. Do I think we should have signed
Okay.
someone? Yes, I do.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Then. If we bought in like 2-3 players
Mhm.
and we're in the same position, that's a waste of money.
But we'll never know.
But we do know
No,
because
we
like
don't, because we don't know
how do you mean?
because we don't know who he could have brought in and didn't,
Well,
and what their
obviously he
impact
couldn't
would
see
have been.
anything. Obviously he couldn't see
I
anything.
agree with Hammerhead there, 100%.
We missed a massive. No, see, I disagree with Hammerhead there, Doc.
Fair.
I disagree. We all have opinions like belly
Of
buttons
course.
and ear holes,
Yep.
dog.
Yep.
And you know what? No, honestly, I see I
Also
see.
agree with
I
that.
understand. I understand what he's doing, but a lot of people I don't think do. But is the grass greener on the other side, or is it just like a shit lawn with like bugs and pesticides and cockroaches and you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, man. I
Yeah, I
I
see what you're
I
saying. Is
get
the
where he's
grass greener
coming
on the other
from.
side? I see what you're saying. Grass is the grass greener on the other side and all that shit. But we never know. We wouldn't know. Like it's the thing. Like if we signed someone, a few
Mhm.
players,
Even a
Mhm.
like
loan
we couldn't have
signing,
been worse
anything.
off. We couldn't have been worse off. That's the
How
thing.
do you know? How do you know? Like what
Because
Gatesy
if
said,
they
how
weren't
do you
working
know?
out,
We could have been.
if they
We
weren't
might have
working out,
lost
we
to
could have just gone back
Sevilla
to the
because of
players.
like some stupid like play, like when Antonio squared the ball up in injury time and whoever we were playing against went on and scored. Could have been one of those plays.
But then
Like
again, the flip side exists. It could well be that that player might have been the difference, and we might have
you're
got a
right.
draw in Seville, or maybe won it.
You're
You know,
right.
we'll never
Yeah,
know. We're
You're
dealing
right.
with
we could have beat Spurs.
hypotheticals.
You're
But
right.
as I say,
You're
the
right.
question was, do I think that David Moyes should have brought someone in January? And I will say yes.
There you go. I love
So
that.
anyway, so that's your one. So
Yeah. Sorry, let me
I'll
take that down,
get
Doc.
rid
Let
of
me take
that.
that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 100%.
So
There you go.
Reese,
Bryce is on it.
give me your formation.
Flat 4-3-3.
4-3-3.
I
Okay.
like that.
Flat.
I like
Right.
attacking. I like that.
Goalkeeper.
Three
Is
central
it someone
midfielders.
we've got, or is it someone you're going to
Areola.
bring in?
Areola all
Areola.
day long. He looks
Okay.
like a
Areola.
You did
cat.
say that
He
earlier,
looks like
didn't
the
you?
instincts of a cat, dog. Like
Left back.
he's. Mm.
Are you doing business, or are you sticking with Cresswell, or maybe putting Johnson there?
I want to do business, but I'm not sure who to bring in. That's the
What
thing.
about Joe Worrell? What about Joe
He's a
Worrell,
centre
Bryce?
back.
Instead, centre back. And we don't want to be playing players out of position.
Yeah, but what about Joe Worrell? Would you sign him up or no?
Maybe, but I'm not going to stick him in at the moment.
I think he might be a next Craig Dawson. You know, like a
No one's the
untapped
next
talent.
Craig
I
Dawson.
really do, and a young one at that.
Craig Dawson is the next Bobby Moore.
Okay, easy there,
Exactly.
homeboy. Easy there. Slow your roll. Gatesy, I'll say it for you, Brad. Slow your roll, dog.
No,
Come on.
he is similar to Bobby Moore in that Bobby Moore never had pace, and neither does Craig Dawson. But I stress that is the only characteristic that they
Thank you.
share.
Thank you.
Just
Thank you.
wait till they give Craig Dawson the captain's armband.
Come on,
Yeah,
Rise.
I suppose
Yes,
we
Rise is
we've
in the
had
building.
worse people having the captain's armband. It has to be said.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah. I
so
don't.
yeah, so who's your left back,
Excuse
Reese?
me.
I'm probably going to stick with Cresswell because I can't think
Yeah.
off the top of my head who to bring in for a left back, but I will have a look
Okay.
at some research and see who will be available and stuff later.
You
Okay.
sorry to interject, but there was one player we were linked with. This is to KTM Rise. Just sorry to interject, but I have to.
That's
There was
cool,
one
man.
player we were linked with. I don't know if he's Polish. I don't know if he's like I don't know what he is, but he comes from like Eastern Europe, and he had a left foot, and his last name was really hard to pronounce. And we were linked with him in January, and I saw video clips of this guy, and he looked absolutely phenomenal. And I forget the name. I forget his last name.
Oh,
You're not on about
I
Adam
know who you're
Ploshek,
on
are you?
about.
What's his? How do you spell it?
You're not saying Adam Ploshek, are you, from Sparta Prague?
No.
No, no.
Okay.
Oh, what was his
You
name? It began with
Bryce,
an
you
A,
know who
didn't
I'm
it, Tej?
talking about, don't you?
Began with an A, didn't it?
Yeah, it was like Azanek or Azanek or I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
I think he was Moroccan or something, wasn't he?
I don't
Or
know,
something. I
Doug. He
can't
was
remember. But
so. He looked Polish. He looked Polish. Like,
I think he was either
and
Moroccan
What
or
does an
Turkish or
atypical
something.
Polish person look like exactly?
he looked like him. That's what I'm
Everyone
saying.
that
He
lives near
looked
me.
like him. And I'll tell you, this boy was absolutely fired. Not only could he ping the ball, he scored goals. He was wicked on the left hand side.
Just like Craig Dawson.
Thank you very. You know what? Not many, but like, what was his name, dog? And every time I spelt his name either in a live chat or if I did a video on him, I always had to look up his name because I can never spell it right. There was like a silent letter or whatever. I'm sure there
Yeah,
was like
I can't remember. I know who you mean though. I know who you mean.
yes, yes, and he looked fire. So Just saying, I'd bring him in if anybody on the left. But sorry,
Yeah,
Raj,
I'm going to
go
stick
on.
with Cresswell.
It
Okay,
was
so
around
who's
the
your
same time we were linked with Milenkovic. It was around the same time we were linked with Milenkovic. It was Milenkovic and this other guy, and he's either an Austrian international, Polish international. He was one of them,
I'll
dog.
go through our WhatsApp conversation later and have a look.
Yeah, please
And
do,
then
dog. Please do.
who's your right back, Reese?
Ben Johnson.
Okay.
Why? Why? Why not? Why not? Why not Sufal?
Because I like Johnson.
I know you
But
might like
I
him,
would be
but
playing Soufal. It's just like you said, I'll be interchanging
what
him.
traits do you see? What traits do you see that Johnson has that Suchek doesn't, or vice versa?
Potential.
Agreed.
He's younger.
Agreed.
He can.
Agreed.
I don't. It's weird. It's weird. I prefer Johnson's defensive ability to his attacking ability, and vice versa. Like I prefer
Agreed.
Soufal when attacking, but I prefer Johnson when defending.
See, I just think that like Sufal's just like your modern day like he's like a pug version of like the dogs like pugs. He's
Yeah.
like a pug version of like a bull terrier, which was like Thomas Repka, and it's but they have the same fight and vigor in them. Like he just reminds me of a Thomas Repka so much, and he just reeks of like international skill. Like,
Yeah, definitely though.
but I hear you. I hear you. Johnson does have that potential. You're bang on the money there. I get that. I get that. I get that.
I think you can probably guess my two centre backs.
Yeah. Big Craig Dawson, Big Craig Dawson, and Big Craig Dawson.
Yeah, Dawson and Zuma for centre back, please, Gatesy.
Dawson cloned 3 times. If you could have 3 Craig Dawsons, you'd
I'd
have
have 10
three
Craig
Craig
Dawsons.
Dawsons, dog. I know you would.
I'd have Craig Dawson in every position in the pitch.
Yeah. 11 Craig Dawsons. We're winning the league, dog. How do you mean?
Win everything if we had 11 Craig
Yeah.
Dawsons.
He scores goals. He defends. Like, yo, he'll play goalkeeper. Like, yo, I love it.
Is Gatesy still there? He's
Oh,
on mute if he is.
Sorry,
Gates's calculating.
sorry.
Gatesy is calculating,
So
dog.
which one is your left centre back, Reese? Sorry, you didn't
Zuma
establish that.
left. Zuma left.
Okay.
Dawson right.
Okay. So you're not doing any business there. Okay. Cool,
Nope.
cool.
And then
Okay.
Cressy on the far left, and then Johnson on the far right. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
So your defensive mid?
Oh, it's a flat three, so they're all three, but it would be Rice if it was a defensive one. It'd be Rice.
Right. Rice is at the anchor. Okay. Cool. Right. And your two central mids?
Soucek and Calvin Phillips.
Whoa! Big plays. Big
Okay.
plays. I like this team, Doug. I like this team.
Fair enough. We've
Yes,
done a little bit
Ryan.
of business.
Oh,
Like
not
it.
many. And a good piece of
Okay.
how much? Okay, Rice. How much though would you pay for Phillips?
Probably 35 million max.
I guess
like
it also
that.
depends because there's still a vague chance that Leeds could get relegated. I don't think
Yeah,
they will,
exactly.
but
I don't think they will. I
I
hope
think
they
if
don't.
they did, they might have to.
Yeah.
They might have to sort of move players on, especially their big earners, which I'd imagine that Phillips is one of.
And I could see Phillips wanting to come because of Rice.
Yeah.
Yep. And
Yeah.
also because it's a Premier League club, he's
Yeah.
sort of going to from a Championship club, and if he's
And
got
Yeah,
and j-
exactly.
j- just
aspirations of playing
yeah.
for England in the World Cup in
Yeah.
November, December, he's not gonna.
I've
not gonna do
always
his-
had admiration for Phillips though. Ever since like Football
Mm.
Manager 2016 or whatever, always just signing back on that.
Yeah.
So I've always liked
Oh,
Phillips.
good
So I'd
call.
love to
Good
see him come
shot.
to West Ham.
Yeah.
Okay. So your front three, who's the left of the front three, Reese?
Marcus Rashford.
Oh, there you go. See, Homeboy's going off
Cheeky.
now. Okay. I might
We're
have to
doing
change my
business.
team. I might have to change my team.
Doing business. So he's on the left. Who's on the right?
The man that is shagging Danny Dyer.
We're going with Bowen.
Yep.
Like it. And who's through the middle? Who's your 9?
Oh, Belotti.
Ooh.
See, he's mixing it. He's like Doughboy, dog. He is mixing it up,
You
dog.
should see my teams on Football Manager that I come up
I
with.
can't imagine. I
They
can't
are fire.
imagine. Yo, I love
Right.
this.
Hold on.
Let me know when
So
you're
we
ready and I'll
want.
pop it up.
Yeah, there you go. Ta-da! That is
Yo.
Reese's 11. He's brought
That
in
is
Calvin Phillips and Marcus Rashford and Andrea
and Belotti.
Belotti. He's on a free.
See? I
And I
might
Like it.
would
change my
just bring
team
in
now.
Rash. Oh, and I would also bring in Lingard as well.
Oh, but he'd be on the bench here, would he?
It'd either be on the bench or, in the bench or because he could play attacking midfielder, left wing, right wing,
Okay.
like just utility bench man. And he could even play centre mid as well, and
Mhm.
could go back to 4-2-3-1 and stuff.
Rise, Rise. What are you saying about maybe like what Hammerhead said, like with Charlison? Maybe have him on the bench, or he's like he wouldn't fit a system, or what? Like, would you have that or no?
I don't know because if in my world we're bringing in
Yep,
Rashford,
yep.
Lingard, Belotti and stuff, we're gonna have no space in the attacking threat. We're gonna be too much.
No,
And
no.
I know what you're saying, Hammerhead.
Yep.
Rice Phillips cost over 100 million. Oh, but Phillips from Rashford, 100 million, 150 million. But nobody said anything about budgets.
Nobody said nothing about
No,
budgets, dog.
no,
Nothing about budgets.
no, not at all. Not at
Well,
all.
if there was no budgets, I'd have Mbappe,
Oh, don't know. Don't know.
Alexander Arnold,
Mbappe.
Robertson.
Yeah. Imagine Robertson at West Ham, dog. Trent Alexander Arnold at West Ham. Yes, please.
It'd be dope.
There you go, Ben Johnson. Like, you're schooled for life. Like, you'll get the best lessons ever. Like, off somebody like Trent Alexander Arnold, man. Word up.
Don't know. Right, I'm not
I,
gonna be
sup-
on for too much longer though, because I've got to be up
I
quite early
suppose.
tomorrow.
No, it's
I
all good,
suppose
dog.
I've got to do mine, haven't I?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Rise. Ask him his team, dog. Go on, run it.
Right,
Well,
goalkeeper.
I'm going to write it down here. Okay.
Okay, and then give a big reveal.
Okay. No. I'll talk through it with you, but
Okay.
you take the
Take the reins.
the role of the presenter then.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
So, Mr. Gates, who would you like for goalkeeper?
Yes, Rise.
If a deal could be done for Areola, I would have him as my number one next season.
Hmm.
Okay. But
Yep.
what formation are you going with? That's the next question.
4-2-3-1.
4-2-3-1.
Nice.
Very nice.
Yep. My left back for next season would be Aaron Cresswell, but I should point out that I would be doing business and I would be bringing in a left back who is the heir apparent, and he would be a free signing. He would be from Derby County, and his name would be Lee Buchanan.
Oh, Lee Buchanan, what a player.
I'd bring him in with
Very
a view
good on
for
Football
him
Manager.
to become the next left back in a year or two's time.
Somebody
would be it.
mentioned that on the chat last night, Gatesy Buchanan, and I couldn't pronounce his name right, but yeah, is he that good?
He's
He
one
can-
of the
he's gonna
shining
be good.
lights for Derby County in a
Well, they've got
pretty
quite a few
torrid
players
season.
like that.
Yeah. They've got
We've
a
got
few.
Max
I think there
Bird,
was
Jason
who was-
Knight, and Louis
that's him.
Quigley.
Yeah.
Jason
got
Knight's
three of them.
dope. Yep.
Yeah, they got a couple that we've apparently been monitoring, but I think that Lee
wouldn't mind Max
Buchanan
Bird,
is a yeah.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
Buchanan. Yeah, because everyone was saying about. I think it must have been like. Not last January, but the January before. I was saying like bringing Buchanan. I was saying it in the January. I remember saying it on West Ham Network, and everyone was like, "Who the hell is that?" I was like, "He plays with Derby County," and they were like, "Who?" And I was like, "Just wait." He was a beast for me on Football Manager last year. And he
Yo,
started becoming
read
real
that
life.
comment, Rise, right here, Hammerhead.
Craig Dawson has more than 50 Premier League goals. That's some going for a defender. Not many have done that. Exactly.
Done.
Centre
Done.
back.
And
Sorry, right-sided fullback.
but Gatesy, you're getting
Right-sided fullback.
yeah.
Fullback, right-sided defender.
That would be Mr.
No.
Benjamin Johnson.
But there you go. There you
There we
go.
go.
There you
But
go.
I would be keeping Vladimir Kufal as
You
my
have to.
reserve, if you
Yep,
will.
you have
Yeah,
to.
that's what I
Okay.
was aiding to as well.
Yeah.
Left centre back.
Maximilian Kilman.
Ooh.
There you go.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And right centre back. I'm guessing
Kurt
Zuma.
Zuma. Yeah.
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 Central midfielder.
Well, the double pivot, I would have Rice and SouceK.
Ooh, no changes there.
I wouldn't change that. Um, like I say, I would possibly do a bit of business, but I'd probably have someone coming in to learn the ropes
Being
alongside Rice,
understudy.
because I think that next season, if he starts with us next season, I think that will probably be his last season at London Stadium. I hope I'm wrong. I hope
Yeah,
that he stays here the
I
rest
hope
of
you're
his
wrong.
career. But if I'm
me
being
too.
brutally honest, I think hand on heart, if we have one more season with him before he goes on to a quotes unquotes big club, then I think that we've done quite well out of it.
You
In
don't
all
need to go to
honesty,
a big club. He's already a massive one.
Thank you.
that is true.
Thank you.
That is true.
No, Gatesy, you know how we talked about, before you continue, you know how we talked about, because you got to do your forwards, but you know how we talked about Calvin Phillips, Suchek, and Rice, yeah?
Yeah.
Would you entertain the idea of having Suchek, Rice, and Ruben Loftus-Cheek?
Say that again.
You know how we talked about Phillips coming in, yeah? So you
Yeah.
could have Rice, Phillips, and Suchek, yeah?
Yeah.
Rice, Phillips, Suchek.
Yeah.
Would you entertain the idea of bringing in somebody like Ruben Loftus-Cheek to fit in that mid three, so
Yeah.
you could have like
Yeah.
Suchek, Rice, and
He
Ruben
would be
Loftus-Cheek?
someone. He would be someone that I would consider coming in as the possible replacement for Rice down the track. The
Okay,
only
but
thing that
playing
worries
with
me with
Rice
him
and
is
Suchek, what
injury.
do you think he would offer?
Bit more bite in midfield.
Yeah,
You know, a
I'm
bit
with
more
you on that,
aggression,
man.
which I don't think is a bad thing so long as it's controlled aggression.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, as far as the midfield attacking three,
Yeah, go on.
my number 10 would be Jesse Lingard.
Yep, I'd
Love
love
it.
to see that.
Yeah.
I love it.
Left, I would go with. I'd go Ben Rama.
Would you?
Okay.
Yep. Yep. I'd stick with Ben Rama. I listen. I think if you look at the stats, he's had a bloody good season in a lot of ways.
You're right.
If you
How
look
many
at the
goals and assists
stats,
he got in the league?
I think he's got
6 and 6, isn't it?
6, I think. And when you consider that
I
he's
thought it
been
was
subbed
higher
off
than
in
that.
about 18 or so games, it's
Yeah.
like, listen, his output, when you actually look at the minutes he's played, has actually been pretty respectable.
Yeah.
You know,
But
listen,
I just
I
hope he
can't sit here and
scores
say that he's
slash
been, you know,
world
he's had
beater.
every single game he's been brilliant and all the rest of
Hmm.
it. But I think he's done more than his fair share. I think he
I
deserves
just
a
really
crack.
hope he gets another 8 goal contributions in the next 8 games. I just
Of
really hope he
course you
does.
do. Of course you do, Doc. But yo, let me
80 to
like
1 odds.
Gatesy, let me ask you just quick. Dallas, for who's he play for? Does he play
Leeds.
for Wolves?
Good at
Leeds.
Dallas.
Dallas. What do you think about him? Would you entertain the idea of him coming to West Ham?
I love Stuart Dallas. I think
Me
he
too.
is
Me too.
super
I think he's the
versatile.
dog's bollocks. I really do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you'd entertain that
Yeah, absolutely.
to take
Absolutely.
over Cressy's role?
No, he
Play
would
up
be
forward,
no,
like get
he
rid of
wouldn't.
Matsuaka and bring in
I would get
Dallas.
no, I would get him in. He would probably be in essence, he would be a bench player, but he's
Yeah,
so versatile because he can play in central mid, he can play left
yeah,
back, right back,
yeah,
he can
yeah,
play
yeah,
anywhere. This
yeah,
geezer,
yeah,
and
yeah,
I,
yeah.
I think he's
You can play the
excellent.
TID.
Yeah, yeah. He probably wouldn't make my
Mhm.
starting 11 most weeks, but he'd be a good player to have from the bench.
Yeah, I think he's brilliant because he can defend like the best of them. And he can go forward like the best. I think he's absolutely magic,
Mm,
man. I really do.
yeah.
So your front, what is it, Rice? What
Well, we've
Gates has
got
like
Ben
what
Rama and
front two or
Lingard. We've
front
got
three?
Ben Rama left, and we've got Lingard as the 10.
Yeah,
And I'm
So it's got
guessing you're going to say Bowen for the right wing.
Yeah, I wouldn't change that. Wouldn't
And
change that at
then
all.
striker.
Emmanuel Dennis.
You guys are all
Ooh.
Vlasic haters. I don't like you guys anymore. Y'all are Vlasic.
I'm
No,
not a
hang on,
Vlasic
Just
hang
hater.
wait.
on, hang
I'm
on,
not a
hang
Just
on,
Vlasic
wait.
hater.
hang on. Just because I
I'm
haven't put
playing. I'm
Vlasic
playing.
in my starting 11 doesn't mean I hate him. That's not the
Exactly.
way this works.
I know, but you have to have him on the pitch.
I don't have to.
Yes, you do.
No, I
Moyes is
don't.
saying to you, Gatesy, we need Vlasic on the pitch. I'm showing
Moyes has
you.
got me in charge now.
No,
It's ready for you to share, Reese, if you want to.
Bryce, I'm
Right.
showing you.
Let's
I'm
let's just
showing
talk about, if I may, Emmanuel Dennis, because I think that's a name that possibly some people are going to look at and go, really? But
you. Who's
just
he
stop
play
and
for?
consider this.
Leeds? No.
He's
Who's he play for?
24 years of age. He's playing for Watford, and he's
Watford. Really?
in a piss poor team. He scored 9
Yeah.
goals.
And he's still getting goals. Yeah.
Mm. 9
Yeah.
goals in a piss poor
Come
team.
on, he scored against us when we battered him 4-1.
Yep,
Yeah. Yeah.
yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So did
He'd
Troy
he'd be someone
Deeney.
I'd
Did
like to
it.
look at definitely in the summer.
Who was
Because
the
let's
other
face it,
player?
they're going down.
Oh no, I know that. But who was the other player that played for Watford and he moved to Man United, but he ain't getting a game? Angola or something was his name. Angola. It wasn't Angola Conte, but he played for Watford. He was a striker for Watford. He went to Manchester United. You know what I'm
Oh,
talking about,
what was his bloody name? He went there on
right?
loan, didn't he?
Yeah, and he ain't done nothing there.
Striker.
Like,
Oh, he's not
yeah.
there anymore.
Oh, he went on loan.
Odion Igalo.
Boom. Thank you.
Igalo,
Not
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Angola.
yeah, yeah,
Igalo. Yes.
yeah,
I have
Thank you,
Vic
God.
Barbo in my head for some reason.
Thank
yeah.
you.
I was trying to think, and yeah, Odion Igalo.
Yeah,
I
that
think
was a
he's
Get
weak
playing in
transfer.
Japan or China now or something like that.
Here's a player that could come
yo,
in
go
and
on.
do something from the bench. What about Todd
Yo.
Cantwell from Norwich?
Dope. Dope. I
Yeah,
like that
I
cat from
like Cantwell.
Everton, that Davis cat. I think
I
he's
just like his
live.
hair.
No,
You know
Gallagher.
what
Well,
I
Gallagher,
mean? I
sorry.
just like
how
his
about
hair.
Billy Gilmore?
Mm. But Billy Gilmore's on loan from Chelsea.
hmm I think
Yeah, I
Gallagher's
know. Yeah,
dangerous. You see that goal he scored the other day? Like he's mad. Gallagher is mad. Like he's such a good player, man.
Well, I'm gonna duck out for a few minutes, but I'll probably be back in a few minutes, guys. All right?
Okay, wicked,
all right,
wicked,
mate.
wicked. Yo, Gatesy, that Conor Gallagher, I think he's absolutely magic, man. Like
Mm,
he has all the attributes, and he has nice hair. But it's like, yo, the Conor Gallagher guy, he's just the blonde
yeah.
boy. Like he can score. Like like he makes things up as he goes along. Like and he's central. Do you know what I like? I think what we're lacking is central players because we
Mm,
got everything on the wings. It's just like centrally. Like I think our back is kind of sorted out, get aerial and goal sorted out, but it's our central. We're missing like two central players that I think could really make a difference to our play. Do you agree with that or bah humbug?
bah,
No, I'm just asking. No, dark.
um, listen, there's many different ways you can look at it, mate. You know
You're
what I
right.
mean?
You're right.
Many different ways. But listen, we got 8 games left of the Premier League. We've obviously got a 2-legged match
Yep.
against Lyon in Europe,
Yep.
which I'm going to be going to Lyon. I've
I
already
know, you
organised it
lucky
all.
bastard.
Haven't got a ticket for the match. I'm
Oh,
going to
you'll
worry
get
about
one.
that when I get out there. And
You'll
if I
get
get in,
one.
great. If I don't, then I'll be amongst all the fans. But it's like I don't know. The next time that West Ham might get into a European quarterfinal might be sometime down the track. I
Yeah.
hope it isn't, but we can't take it for granted. That's for sure.
Listen, I'll tell you, when we were in the playoffs, when we got back up into the Premier League,
Mm,
I got to see Sunderland, but then I wanted to see us against Ipswich. I wanted to see us. Well, I was back home when we beat Preston North End in the final. But
mm.
it's like, even though I couldn't watch the match at Wembley, I got to watch it
It
in
was at
like a pub
Cardiff.
in Billericay, and it was just as good. It was like
It was in Cardiff, Peach.
no. I'm saying I know, but oh no, that's right. Sorry. Yeah, but it's like even though but no, the home and away match, that was at Upton Park, and then that was at,
Portman Road.
yes, Ipswich. You're right.
Yeah.
Truckers or whatever, those boys,
The Tractor
like
Boys.
the Tractor Boys. But like, yeah, like I could have gone to like one of those two matches, but like I wasn't able to get my hand on a ticket. But I'll tell you, I watched the first match against Ipswich and Basingstoke, second match in Billericay, and just being surrounded by Ipswich and West Ham
Mm.
fans, like it was just as good. So you going to Leon, just being in Leon, if you can't get a ticket, my friend, you are going to have just as much fun
Yeah.
as if you were at the match, and you'll probably get to watch the match more clearly, not being at the match. Like,
Yeah.
just a positive to look on that if you don't get a ticket.
Yeah. I probably shouldn't say this, but if I need to go in with the Leon supporters, I'd do it.
Oh no, 100%, 100%,
You know?
100%. Listen. Me and my father saw the FA, not the FA Cup, the Carling Cup. It was the Carling Cup match where Bobby Zamora was playing for Spurs, and they scored the goal. I told you this story before, like privately, but it's like they were singing Bubbles. Me and my dad were just like tapping on our knees and like, singing the song, but like
Mm.
beneath our breath. But it's like we had to sit in the Tottenham away end, well, the Tottenham home end. Sorry. So no, if all you can get is like a Leon like home
Yeah.
ticket, I'd run it. I'd just
Yeah.
wear neutral colors
I
and
I
just
can
don't sing your
blend
arse
in.
off, and you'll be
I
good to
can
go.
blend in. Listen, don't worry, I can speak French. Bonnet de douche.
Yeah, bonjour.
That's it.
And when
I
you say bye to the
that would
people,
be
say
very
bonjour.
that would be a very nice thing to happen, P Gads. If it happens, that would be absolutely fantastic.
Yeah,
I think that for us to get in the Champions League, I don't think we're going to do it via our league position. So we would
no
need
way.
to win the Europa League, which
Yeah,
would make this season absolutely ridiculously good. So
yeah.
then go into the Champions League and progress to a semi-final.
Imagine that.
But we'll see.
Imagine
We'll
that.
see. I mean,
Like
let's.
whoever would have thought that us sitting on like relegation's doorstep and Moyes
Mhm.
coming in for the second time, I was all like, no, 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 no. And what he's done, and I'll tell you, the backroom staff have a lot um, um, to give credit to, and what they've done has just been instrumental. Like I never, when he first came in, remember those videos that were going around? All I do is win. Like all I
Yeah,
do is
and
win.
everybody laughed.
And yes, we did. And what's he doing now? All he's
Yeah,
doing is winning. If he's not winning, he's not
but
losing. He's drawing.
there's still some supporters that don't rate David Moyes, and that's fine. They're entitled to that
They
opinion.
don't know the game of football.
But
Then they don't
it's
know the
like,
game of
listen,
football. Then
yeah,
honestly, like I'm not being rude to them, or I'm not singling them out. I'm just saying, if you haven't seen the progression that David Moyes has made, you don't know the game of football. Like
no,
he has done excellent in the way he plays, the way he trains, the way he. You know what I read the other day, Gatesy?
Hmm.
I read that somebody was saying it was who was it? I forget his name. It was like Wazalek or Walasek, and they were saying how disgusting it thought how David Moyes isn't being open and upfront about the injuries that some players have and some players don't, and about how he avoids certain questions and reflects them and says, "Oh
that's
yeah,
that's
like
exactly the way to play it in my book. Mind
thank you very
games.
much,
You don't
thank you,
listen. It's
thank
like
you very
playing a game of
much."
poker, right?
Yes,
You don't play a game of Texas Hold'em with your cards face up.
that's what I'm
You
saying.
don't let people know what your hand is.
No, not
Because
at
you
all.
make other people's lives much more easier by doing so. Oh, yes, this player's fit. He'll be okay. Oh, this player's not.
Yeah.
He won't be there. Yeah,
Like,
every now and
were
again,
you
you've got to play
surprised
a
to see
curveball.
Cresswell and Antonio back? Like,
Oh, massively.
me too. And I
Massively.
like hats
Just
off to
bear with me
David
a tick,
Moyes for
Peach.
that.
Just bear with me a tick. I've just got to dash off real quick. Just wait there, yeah?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. like just to say, I was well impressed with David Moyes holding his cards close to his chest, and then you have somebody, I think it was on Football London, come out and say, "Oh, he's not playing the game properly. He should be knowing his injury status a bit more, and this, that, and the rest of it." He does. He is just not showing all. He's not doing a Sam Allardyce. He's
Sorry
not
about that.
doing a Slaven Bilic. Like I love Slaven Bilic to death. But Slaven Bilic, he was like cards on the table, face up. There you go. And that ruined us at sometimes.
Did
And
you see the
go on.
stream that Gonzo put out this morning? Or was it
Uh,
this morning, or Gonzo and Gio put it out on Hammers Chat about
What was
the
it?
Premier League, David Moyes' Premier League dream team?
No, I didn't. I
Ooh.
have yet to watch. I always watch their stuff, but I've yet to watch that.
Yeah, it was quite an interesting. Did you see it, Reese?
See
The
what,
video Gio and Gonzo put out on Hammers Chat, David Moyes' Premier League dream team.
No, when was that? Was it today or the other?
I
Was
think
it
it was
like, the
earlier
last few
today, or it
days?
might have been last night, one or the other.
No,
I saw the
I haven't
other
really had a
day's
chance to
one.
watch YouTube in the last since
Well,
yesterday.
Basically, the sort of the basic premise of it is that they picked a Premier League 11.
Yeah.
There was no budgetary restraints or anything like that.
Yeah.
But the premise of it was that you couldn't pick a player from any of the teams in the Sky Sports top 6. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
You couldn't pick players. You couldn't pick more than 2 players from any one club, and you couldn't pick a West Ham player either.
Ooh, I
Yeah.
didn't see that one.
Yeah,
No, I'll have to check that out
it was
later.
interesting. It was interesting.
The last one I watched was when Gonzo was wearing a black top, and he was really close to the camera, and it was like, what was he talking about? He was talking like knowledge. I forget. I watched it this morning. But it was really good. But it must have been the day before that one. But it was he talked about Jimbele, he talked about some other things. You know the video I'm talking about?
Probably one about Leon preview or something.
Something like that, yeah. And it was really good. Yeah, it was I love their videos, man. Like
Yeah,
that,
me too.
the West Ham Daily, like you really do get West Ham Daily, don't you, Gatesy? Like on Hammond's chat, you really do. Like, big themselves up for that, man. But that's interesting. Like, so you couldn't pick a West Ham player, and then what else? What else were the guidelines?
Top
couldn't
6.
pick
Top
one
6,
of the
yeah.
Sky Sports top 6,
Top 6.
Yeah.
and you couldn't pick more than 2 players from any one club.
Interesting.
But you could pick players whose parent club was one of the Sky Sports top 6, but was on loan at a club elsewhere. So
If you
could
remember,
pick
Conor
Conor
Gallagher,
Gallagher, for example. Yeah.
what did they go for? If you remember, like player wise.
Oh, I can't remember every single.
Just a couple though. Just a couple.
I think. I think they both picked Jose Sarr from Wolves as the goalkeeper.
Okay.
Good.
That's that big bastard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a unit,
there was. I'll be honest. Now, I was made aware of the premise before I watched the video, and I picked my players before I watched the video, and it was quite interesting because there was quite a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
We didn't pick. I didn't pick the same team as either Gio or Gonzo, but there was a lot. There's a lot of the same names that were mentioned between us, sort of thing. And as I say, when I picked my my 11, I didn't know who they'd picked, sort of thing. So it wasn't like I copied them or anything like that. It was literally just, this is what I'm going with. Yeah. So, but I'm just sort of composing because I'd just be very interested to see what people think of my selection.
Let's see it. Let's put it up.
I'm just typing it out. I'm just typing it out as we speak.
Okay.
So
And I'd be very interested to get your opinions on it
no
as
doubt,
well,
no doubt. But
gents.
so you can only you couldn't pick more than 2 players to West Ham.
Oh, you couldn't pick any players from West Ham.
Oh shit, me. And you
Yeah.
couldn't pick anybody in the top 6, but if they got loaned or sold before that,
If you could pick a player that was a
yeah,
player that's parent club
On
is
loan.
top 6, but
gotcha.
was on loan at another club. So like
Yeah,
Billy
gotcha.
Gilmore, Conor Gallagher,
Conor Gallagher.
Yeah.
Armando Broja, for
Yeah.
example. You could pick all of them. Not a
What do
problem.
sorry, hold on, stop the slate. What
Yep.
do you think that Broja guy? Do you think that's real talk that we might sign him? And do you think it's worth it?
I think that Southampton are in the box seat.
Okay, so they're calling the shots.
You'd say so.
Yeah, okay,
So
okay, fair play.
but here is my 11 if you all want to share
Yeah,
it, and if everybody
absolutely,
wants
dog.
to get their teeth into that. Do you want to take the
wicked,
comment
Raz,
off?
thank you, man. What's that?
So my goalkeeper would be Emi Martinez from
Yeah,
Aston Villa.
Yeah, that's
and just
strong,
and also
strong.
the formation is 4-2-3-1.
yeah,
Okay. Tyrick Mitchell would be my left back from Crystal Palace.
yep.
Matty Cash from Aston Villa would be my right back.
Brilliant player.
My
Yep.
centre backs would both be Wolves players in Max Kilman left and Connor Cody right.
Yep.
The double pivot would be James Ward-Prowse and Yuri Tielemans.
That is a
Brilliant.
spicy
In-
team.
Yeah.
Obviously, Southampton and Leicester City, respectively. Rafinha from Leeds on the left.
Oh,
Conor
my
Gallagher
goodness.
from Crystal Palace on
Yeah.
loan from Chelsea on the right.
Yeah.
James Maddison from Leicester City as the 10, and Emmanuel
Yeah.
Dennis as the striker.
That is a
Wow.
that is a
Wow.
good team.
Wow.
That is a very nice team.
I did wonder about Armando Broja from Southampton, but in the end
Yeah.
I went for Dennis because I thought, well, this geezer scored 9 goals in a piss poor team.
Yeah.
What could he do in a team that was actually
Supplying him. Yeah.
a bit better?
Yeah.
You know, what would he get? 12 goals, 15 goals, 20
No,
goals?
you're big on Dennis. Why are you so big on Dennis, man? Like, is he
I
that
think he's
good?
I think he's had a really good season in a piss poor team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Simple as that. And I think he's very similar to Antonio from what I can see. He's quite physical. He's got a turn of pace about him.
You wouldn't
I think
consider
it's
Tony in that realm? Like
Ivan Toney. No,
Why not?
I don't think he's done enough for me in the Premier League in terms of I judge a striker on goals.
I know, but he's like the best penalty taker in the world right now.
Anyone can take a penalty.
No, they can't. The hardest thing to do in football is score a goal.
And he's not the best penalty taker in the world. That's Robert Lewandowski.
No, it's not. It's
No,
Mark Noble.
well, it was Ivan Toney like 2 weeks ago when he scored a penalty. They're like, oh, he has the stats like he's the best penalty taker in the world, and no.
Right. Well, what are they comparing him against?
I don't know.
What's
Mark
the
Noble?
yardstick?
No, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. But like,
Is it
I
this
heard
season
that
or is it?
this season. Yeah. This season, I'm pretty
doesn't mean
sure.
he's the best penalty taker in the world, then, does
Well,
it?
he might have only taken 2 penalties and scored them both.
No, he's
Wow.
taking like 6, 7, 8, or 9, dog, and he's like buried each one. And then the one he took the other day, it was the because who does he play for? He plays for Brighton, doesn't he?
Brentford.
Brentford. It was Brentford against Burnley. That was it. I knew it started with a B. It was Brentford against Burnley, and he sunk this penalty home like nobody's business. Like no, like big step up to it. No, like stopping to like create fouls. He just like
I'm still mad
one
about
step,
that last
2
minute
step, done. Like
loser against
top
Brentford.
left corner, dog. It was mad. It was like, so what? Why is so Dennis is better because he plays for a
Oh
piss
God,
poor
Scott!
team?
I hope you're all right, mate.
What's that?
Scott's just had been whacked up the back while driving home.
Ooh.
Oh my
Ouch.
days! I'm sorry about
I hope
that.
you-
Yeah,
I
that's
hope you're
not,
all
that's
right,
not
mate.
good. That happened to me a couple of years back.
Oh fuck! I don't like hearing those things. That's shit.
No, it's not nice, is it? Oh no.
Yeah. I was sitting outside my son's school while he was getting his GCSEs.
No
And
way.
then
And my car, I was sitting in the car, parked up, engine off, handbrake
Boss.
on, minding my own business. Bang.
I don't think I've ever been in a car
sucks. I
accident.
hate hearing that.
Yeah.
I hate hearing that, man.
Old
Scott, we
an
hope
old
you're all
boy
good.
with an old boy with a dog in the passenger seat.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Nah, that's garbage.
The
That's
the
garbage.
good thing is, Scott, and I'm sorry to hear that that's what's befell you. But the good thing is that as you're sitting there typing away, is that you've walked
Yeah,
away from it.
yeah,
Yeah, and he says he's home relaxing, so
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that can get in
could come off
accidents like that,
worse.
and they
Yeah.
don't walk away. Just looking
Poor
here at
man.
so Ivan Toney Premier League record 27, 11 goals, 2 assists. Yeah, I mean, look,
Not too shabby.
he's done all right. But as I say, I think that I
That's
just think
better than
Dennis.
all right, Gatesy. Come on.
No,
That's
but I listen. But you're asking me my opinion. I think that Emmanuel Dennis has scored 2 less goals than him, but in a vastly inferior team.
so he's not getting the service Tony's getting, and he's still putting them in. I
Yeah,
get you, but
Yeah.
then you have to put it on like the coin spin that like Ivan Tony's not really getting them in open play. He's getting them from penalties, and that's
yeah.
still like
Well, just
you can
under
ask
half his
England how
goals have
much
been
of a
penalties.
test that is. Like they couldn't get it right for years.
Mm. Yeah, just looking here, as I say, 11 goals, but 5, like I say, but 5 of them were penalties. So
That's
without
what I'm
those
saying.
goals,
Yeah,
he'd have had 6 goals.
yeah.
So
So when
hey
when
ho.
when did England play tomorrow? What time? Your times?
Not
Uh,
interested.
I was going to say, to be brutally honest, given it's a friendly, I couldn't give a rat shit about it, to be
Oh,
Yeah.
perfectly
I thought
honest.
it was a
I
qualifier,
only
dog.
watch England if they're actually playing in a competition, World Cup or Euros. Nations
So
Mm.
League, fuck that.
so after
Qualifiers, fuck that.
no, I hear that. I hear
Unless it's
that.
Germany.
You're
Unless it's
bah
England, Germany, then I'll
humbug,
watch it.
bah humbug, Scrooge. But it's like so after this one, who are they playing on tomorrow?
I can't remember now. That's
Me,
how
I
I
didn't
little
haven't got a
even know.
I
clue. I
care
haven't got a
about it.
clue. Yeah.
So then the next match is that a qualifier or is that a friendly?
No, next one's against Ivory. Well, there's no more qualifiers for England. They've qualified for the World Cup, so there's no more qualifiers.
Oh, so it's
Guess
just like
what?
shit
Guess
and
what?
giggles. Let's go
Three
out, kick the
words.
ball
Three
around, and have
words.
fun.
Three words. Three words.
What?
It's coming home.
Oh,
Well,
of
we
course
said
it
that
is.
last time, didn't we?
Of course it is. Yeah, I
And it ended
said
up
that.
going Rome instead, didn't it?
Yo, it is coming home. Trust me. Trust me. It is coming home. But like,
You just need
wasn't
Dortmund
that
bonus
wicked?
up as well.
Wasn't that wicked Rise what Charlie did the other day? Oh, look at Rise. But wasn't that wicked what Charlie did the other day when he had like had the people celebrating and then he was on the big
Oh,
screen?
that's
That
so
was
funny.
dope. That was
And then,
dope. That was
and then he had Michael Rosen on it. That was
Casey,
so
you
funny.
gotta watch that. It was Rise, Lucas, Charlie, and myself, and then like Charlie,
What was this on?
West
It
Ham
was on here.
Random, and it
It
was
was
Oh,
on
was
just
here.
it?
like
Was it
Charlie,
not last
moment
night,
of
night before, wasn't it?
brilliance. Yeah, moment of brilliance.
See,
He
you
just
do
like,
these things, and I'm in bed.
no, I know, but
Oh yeah,
that's
it was like
time
2
zone
o'clock and
difference.
2, 3 o'clock in the morning. It was
Exactly.
sleeping time.
I'm long
I
gone by then.
I know, but that's what I'm
Hey,
telling you to
Charlie did
watch
this
it.
edit. You know that video from World Cup 2018 in that pub where it's
Yes,
just on the screen and everyone's going
when they're
mental.
spilling their
Yeah.
beers and they're all
Yeah,
rah
it
rah
was like
rah.
that,
Yeah,
but it was like that on his webcam, and then just Charlie on the screen.
yeah.
It was brilliant.
It was
It was
dope.
brilliant.
It was dope.
Could I? I'll tell you what. I'm going to ask you a question.
Yeah.
And I know that we've got Scott in there, and he's obviously he's a bit shaken up. So I'm gonna have a little bit of fun. I'm just looking here on the Premier League website. I'm gonna make a case and say, is Saeed Ben Rama worth £100 million?
No way.
No,
No
Okay.
not
way.
worth 100 million.
Now,
Not worth
okay,
100 million.
can I just share something with you? And I'm
Please do.
not saying
Big
he
up, Randy.
is.
Go on.
I'm
Yes,
not saying
Casey, go on.
he is, but what I'm gonna show you something. Have a look at this.
How do I pop it up?
Hold on.
Say
You got
it's
it?
not worth 100
Look who
million,
I've
but
got-
it's worth.
Look who I've compared him to.
Is that Bernardo Silva?
No,
Oh,
it's
Jack
Jack
Grealish.
Grealish.
Oh no, yeah, I've seen this.
Okay, now he is £100 million player, yeah. And I'd argue that he plays in a similar role to Saeed Ben
Role
Rama, yeah.
position, yeah.
Yeah. Just look at the stats.
I know, but I don't
Exactly.
think Ben Rama could lace
It
Jack
just shows.
Grealish's
I
boots, man.
don't personally. I don't
Listen,
think.
I know I'm being a little bit mischievous, and it's like
No, I love that. I
it's
love
a
that.
comparison between two players in two different teams, and you know, Jack Grealish has gone to a club with £100 million price tag on his head and
Yep.
a lot of pressure, blah 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 blah. And like I say, am I saying that Saeed Benrahma is a £100 million player? No, of course I'm not. No,
No,
of
that's
course
what I'm
I'm not.
saying.
I'm just making the
Yeah, me too.
comparison that to a 100
I'm
million
just.
pound
I'm
player,
just saying.
and it's like, well, look at those stats. Saeed Benrahma's got 6 goals, 6 assists. Jack Grealish at 4 times the amount has got a third of the goals and a third of the assists.
Yeah,
Mental,
exactly.
in it.
What I'm trying to say is
Yo,
Ben
Raz,
Rama's
before
not
you
worth
say that,
100 million,
I'm
and
gonna
Grealish is not
dive
worth
like
100
Jack
million.
Grealish, but I'll be back in 2 minutes. I promise.
Okay, Mudgy.
He's got to go to the toilet.
Yeah. Yeah, what I'm saying is
I agree with that,
Benrahma's not
Randy. I
worth
do.
100 million. Grealish is not worth 100 million either. Shouldn't have gone for
No,
100 million. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
no. Like I say, I'll say I am being a little bit mischievous. Forgive me. But as I say, I did think it was an interesting thing that, like I say, you've got
Yeah.
this player inside Benrahma that we paid roughly 25 million quid for, and the
Yeah.
jury's still out on him. Some people are pro, some people are anti, some people are a little bit meh, whatever.
Yeah, I'm on
And
the
then you've got
fence.
Jack Grealish, £100 million player, and like I say, you look at his stats and you go, bloody hell,
Why? Yeah, exactly.
is that what
I'm
you get for
personally on the
100
fence
million?
with. Yeah, I'm personally on the fence with Benrahma. I've always wanted him to do
Yeah,
well, and I've always wanted him to succeed and stuff. And he can be very frustrating. And I have wanted to see Vlasic play as well, but not at the expense of Benrahma, if that makes any sense.
Hmm.
Like I've wanted to see Vlasic play, but not in place of Benrahma. I still want to see Benrahma play with Vlasic. That's what I want to see.
Do you think you can play? Let me rephrase the question. Do you think that David Moyes, with the way he plays football, will ever play Benrahma and Vlasic in the same team for 90 minutes? Because I
Yes,
struggle to see
but
how that happens.
yes, but only if Bowen, Fornals, and Lanzini are all injured. That's the only time I could see it happening.
Mm, yeah,
But I
yeah,
don't see it. I don't see it otherwise.
yeah. That's fair.
Luke,
That's
would you
fair
like me
enough.
to ping you the link on Twitter, good sir?
Ooh, could be dangerous. He might have been out on the town. He might have a skinful. He comes on singing Bubbles badly.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out when he
Oh,
fires.
yeah, yeah. I've just compared. I've just said that his side Benrahma worth 100 million quid, Luke. In case you missed it.
Yeah, and Luke, about the other night when I did ping you the link and stuff, we were planning on going live, but I was just waiting for Peach to come back, and we ended up going live about 2:15 in the end. Well, 12:15 or something in the end, because we were gonna go. Because I was out, and I said I'll be coming back on later when I get back, 'cause my phone was low, and I was like, right, okay, 11 o'clock. Give me time to charge my phone and stuff when I get home and that. Got back about 10:30. No sign of Peach till about 12:15, 1:15 or something. And then he's like, oh yeah. Well, yeah, I'll ping you it, Luke. Hang on.
Oh,
Give me a
bloody hell!
second.
Just having a little look on social media, and there's a woman that's given birth to a baby weighing 11 pound 8. Bloody hell!
Bloody
She
hell.
ain't going to be walking too normally in the next couple of days. That's for damn sure. Oh,
No.
that's got to sting a bit.
I say my
Here's
ex.
here's the
My
thing, and
ex.
I'm guessing most of the people in the live chat are very likely blokes. There might be a couple of females there, right?
Yeah.
Would you say what would you say is worse, childbirth or getting kicked in the bollocks?
Before my daughter was born, I would have said kicked in the bollocks.
Okay,
But since my daughter was born and being in there when my ex was giving birth and stuff, definitely childbirth.
okay. Can I can I just sort of like pose something to you? Now, I
Of course you can.
appreciate that you've said it's your ex. Okay, so forgive me for this. Let's just do a little bit of role play. Let's just say your ex is not your ex and you're still together, or you were with someone else, or whatever. You've got another half, whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're all living happily ever after, and you've had your first child, and yada yada yada. And a few years roll by, and what happens? The woman eventually turns around to you and says, despite the fact that she's gone through that, I'd like to have another one. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever once in your life had a kick in the bollocks and a
No,
little while
no,
later turned around
no.
and said, "Oh, I'd quite fancy another one"?
Never.
Right.
Never,
Okay. So let's
to be
agree then.
honest.
A kick in the bollocks is far worse.
Oh, yeah.
You
But
can't argue with it. I've
exactly.
never asked for another kick in the bollocks. I've
No,
sometimes
no, but
got it, but
yeah, some people do though. Some people are weird.
yeah, but they usually sort of like on programs like Jackass.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see that Only Fools coin that I tagged you in earlier on Facebook?
I did.
I'll just tag you.
Very
I'll just end up
nice.
tagging you in every bloody Only Fools thing I see now.
Anything falls and horses, you're like, oh, that's Gatesy's.
Yeah.
Thank you,
pretty
Randy.
much.
I do occasionally make them, and it might be that I'm being rather mischievous. You have to forgive me. Like I say, don't take everything I say at complete face value. Like I say, when I turned around and said he's Saeed Ben Rama, £100 million player, and then compared him to Jack Grealish and said, yeah, but look at his stats; they're far inferior. I am being a little bit cheeky.
The lady has joined.
Aye.
Right, lads, what's he getting on about now?
I'm just saying.
Ask
kicking...
him the question. See what he says.
Okay, right. You have a lady in your life, do you not, Luke?
Yeah.
Okay, and you've watched your good lady give birth, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, now, and I've sort of said that I believe that the worst pain that a human being can have is having a kick in the bollocks, as opposed to childbirth. And my logic, my reasoning for this is a woman will give birth and it's agonizing, excruciating, all the rest of it, right? But a few years later, the woman will turn around and say, "Oh, let's do that again. Let's have another one." And she knows that she's going to go through that experience again. I don't know a single bloke that, having been kicked in the bollocks, has at any point later after that said, "Oh, I'd quite fancy another one of those."
Yeah, but also as well, if you get kicked in the bollocks, all you're going to do is after about an hour later be desperate for a shit. If you give birth, you've got a baby in your hands. You know, the cost benefit analysis is a little bit different, isn't it?
I suppose. Like I say, it's just me being a little bit mischievous and a little bit cheeky.
Oh, I think women are built to take pain a bit better than us, to be honest.
I would agree with that. As someone that watched his wife give birth to twins, the second of which was a breach. That was a little bit interesting. First thing I saw of my second eldest son was the soles of his feet. Most people see the head.
And the reason why I said childbirth is because my ex-partner didn't take well to the childbirth at all.
Ooh.
That's why. That's why.
Yeah.
But then she has had another child since, so
fair enough. I mean, to be fair, I think my missus is
with
superhuman anyway, because like I say, she gave birth to 2 kids. One of them was a breech. All she had was gas and air and 2 stitches. And the next day she was home.
Yeah.
You know,
So
I mean, to be fair, I did talk the matron into it, because to be fair, the dishes were piling up, the ironing needed doing. So, you know, she couldn't stay in that hospital a moment longer. It's real simple, you know, priority.
Yeah, but also, Gatesy, I remember we've only had one. So when she was born, my wife was in hospital for about 4 days with her.
Yeah,
and I had a curry the first night, Chinese the second night, fish and chips the third night. By God, in the fourth night my body go, "Can you have some broccoli, please?"
Yeah, can you have something slightly healthy?
My ex-partner was in hospital for about 10 days all in told. All told from it. So she was in about a week before with it, and then gave birth and was still in for about 3 or 4 days. It was crazy.
Here's one for you. She's just reminded me about this as well, actually, because she can hear me sort of talking to you guys, and she's just reminded me that after about, I don't know, what was it, about a couple of weeks after you gave birth to the kids, I don't even think the twins were a month old, and I'd gone back to work. I'd had like a fortnight's. I actually took it as annual leave. I mean, we're going back to 2000. We're going back to 2003, so I don't think there was such a thing as paternity leave then. Anyway, so I took a fortnight off of work. I went back to work, and I think it was a couple of days later. I turned up. I walked through my front door. The boys, I think, were in the front room in their little bouncy chairs and whatever, and I'm like, "Where's she gone?" And the back door was open, so I've gone out into the garden. And there's my missus, right? No word of a lie. She's swinging around the sledgehammer, right? And she is smashing up the garden path. I looked at her and I'm like, it's like Thor in drag. She's got this fucking great sledgehammer smashing the crap out of the concrete, and there's bits of concrete flying here, there, and everywhere. And I'm like, what the bloody hell are you doing? And she's like, oh, I was bored. I thought I'd smash the path up and whatever. For fuck's sake.
I love that.
I remember opening the door to a healthcare worker in my pants, and once she came in, I looked around and one of my bollocks was hanging out.
It sounds like that episode of The Betweeners.
Do you want to hear a really gross one?
23.
You know that.
I want to hear one top, like one bollock hanging out of
It's been up all night. I haven't slept. Oh, you haven't slept, and I opened the door, and poor little pretty girl was confronted by a bear with his bollock hanging out.
Ouch. Ouch. Do you want to hear something really, 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 really gross?
Go on.
This was when my daughter turned up. This was after my daughter turned up.
Right?
I can hear Diane
She's
laughing right now,
cackling
dog.
she knows the story that I'm about to reveal to everyone here. Okay. So you guys in the live chat, I apologize for what I'm about to tell you, because if you're eating, this might not go so well for you. So anyway, my daughter was probably 6 months old at the time, something like that. And with all of our kids, we tried to be, I mean, I'm not a tree hugger or anything like that. I'm not a vegan, but we do try where we can to try and do certain things to make a little bit of a positive impact in environmental terms. And I'm sorry you're eating your lamb curry, Randy. This could go horribly wrong for you. So anyway, I've my daughter's, like I say, in terry toweling nappies as the boys were when they were growing up. Come home from work, I pick my daughter up. I'm playing with her, and generally sort of mucking about. Like I say, she was 6 months old, whatever, and she's sort of like gurgling away and kicking her legs around and smiling and laughing and all the rest of it, as a 6-month-old baby girl would. Anyway, so my wife is cooking dinner. Dinner's ready. My daughter sits in the chair to my left, a little sort of like high chair, whatever. And we was eating, I think it was Cornish pasty, beans and new potatoes, something fairly simple, but a meal after I've got back from my day's work, fine. So I've got the bottle of brown sauce, the HP sauce, put it all over me food, as I do, and I start eating. Now, it has to be said, I am something of a messy eater at the best of times. So I'm tucking into my meal, and my missus is sitting right opposite me. And she turns around to me, she says, You've got some brown sauce on your shirt. Now, I've just looked down, and there's this little blob of brown sauce. And I've just sort of like, I've got my index finger, and I've just sort of like rubbed it up, and I've put it on my tongue.
It ain't brown sauce.
And it suddenly dawned on me. it suddenly dawned on me that it tasted rather bitter. And I'm thinking, what the hell's this? And then I looked to my left and I could see a load of shit oozing out my daughter's leg. So I've just eaten my daughter's shit. Yeah, I don't think I'll do that again in a hurry.
Does your
Sorry?
daughter know about this? Does she know?
Oh, she knows all about it. Yeah. This story's been told many times. Many times.
Oh no!
If she doesn't, she will find out on the day she gets married.
Yeah,
when Gatesy tells the closest family and friends.
Yeah, no, she knows, you know. And I turned around and said, "Look, if I'm only ever going to eat," and it was literally just a little blob. It wasn't anything, you know. It wasn't like I've munched into her turd. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like a great big log, and I've had a good old chew on it. It was literally just a little blob.
Would you have it with red wine or white wine?
I think I would, if I was to ever do it again, I'd probably need a gallon of fresh water. Are you enjoying your curry still, Randy, by the way?
Red wine or white wine, Luke? Come on, leave it out, God. Come on.
I think you have to say once you have a kid, all that sort of thing, you have to lose any pretensions about shit, piss, vomit.
Yeah.
It goes everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
My daughter came out the sunroof.
You did enter at the wrong time, Frankie.
Big up Frankie boy.
Oh wow, that's horrible.
That is.
Oh, mind you, I've got a mate of mine. I don't know if I've ever told you this story. Mate of mine, he's a Welsh lad. He works with us, and he when I first met him, you know, because Welsh love rugby, don't they?
Yeah.
They love their rugby.
And
I got chatting to him, right? Big Welsh lad, Darren. And I sort of said to him, I said, "Oh, do you play rugby?" And he was like, "Yeah. I won't bother doing the accent." I said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah." I said, "Is it true what they say about the initiation ceremonies that are a little bit over the top?" And he's like, "Yeah, they can be." I said, "Go on. What's the worst that you've ever done?" He said, "Well, there was one time I joined a new team and we did like a pre-season tour of somewhere in Spain." He said, and we was out there training, having beer, having a laugh, you know, chatting up birds, playing rugby, blah, blah, blah. He said, and then the day came, whilst we was out there, we had my initiation ceremony. I said, oh, okay. I said, well, what did that entail? He said, well, basically, they got this great big long table with platters of food on it from one end to the other. And it was all sorts, you know, so it'd be sort of like a bit of beef here and pasties there and sausage rolls and this, that, and the other, right? All sorts.
Oh, sausage rolls.
But the problem is that, and he had to start at one end of the table, take a mouthful out of what was on the platter, and then go to the next one, take a mouthful out of that one. And sounds simple, right? But there's a problem. Everything was covered in flour. So he had no idea what he was biting into. He's literally got to start at one end, doing his Pac-Man impression, taking a bite out of this, and he's got no idea because it's just under a mountain of flour, right? The last platter, there was a guy on the tour that hadn't had a shit for 3 days.
No.
And he curled one out onto the last platter, and it was then covered in the flour. So he didn't know that it was a nice steaming turd that was sitting under it. And he turned around and said, so he's chomping away, and he said, and then I got to the last one, and he said I took this great big bite out of it, and I went, what happened next? He said, well, 3 blokes threw up. And I turned around to him and I said, did you realise when it was in your mouth that something wasn't quite right? And his response to me was, well, I thought it tasted a bit off, but I thought, well, it's in my mouth now, so fuck it. And I turned around and I said, so was that you? That was you sort of like in the sort of like the rugby club? And he said, oh, it was straight in. was like, oh, well done.
Yo,
Welsh are a different breed.
Just a bit.
not many, man. Flour
Keeps you
covered
to the streets.
turds. Oh my
Are
day.
you still enjoying that curry, Randy?
Damn, Peach has disappeared.
He always disappears.
Yeah, you're enjoying the curry still, Randy.
I think that probably is one of my more disgusting stories that I could tell you.
I don't really have any disgusting stories, to be honest.
I mean, it's 11 o'clock at night, so anyone that's here at this time, it's fair game, really, isn't it? And if they're
Yeah.
watching it afterwards, well,
Should have put a trigger warning.
yeah, should have done. Too late
Shoulda,
now.
coulda, woulda.
Yeah.
I don't really have any disgusting stories that I could think of off the top of my head.
Luke's got to have one.
Yeah,
He's
Oh,
got.
yeah,
He's got to have another one. Yes, he
I've
did,
seen
Randy. He
I've
did.
seen rugby players do some disgusting things. They're horrible rugby players.
Yeah.
That's
I think
Come
so.
on, Luke, have you got any disgusting
Flour
stories?
covered turds, guys. That's nuts.
I think I remember hearing one story from someone secondhand.
How many stories do you have, JT?
And again, it was a rugby tour, and I think that they had sort of like a pint glass, and I can't remember who it was that told me this one. I think they had a pint glass, and
Larry!
it had
Yes, Larry. Yes.
it had all sorts
I'm
of bits
sending
and
the
pieces
link.
in it,
Hold
like
up.
pubic hair and all sorts. And I think there was a turd in the pint
lovely.
glass as well, and this guy had to drink it. Horrible.
Oh, God, did they?
They're just crazy rugby players. They really are nuts.
Yeah.
Sorry, Larry. I do apologise. I don't know how we ended up here.
I think it went from childbirth to children to this.
Sweet
Yeah.
as shit.
It's probably my fault.
Mm.
Oh no, I do.
That's what an
I do
international
remember
break
one
did.
time. It's not. Yeah, I do remember. I was actually wearing this T-shirt. Like, I think my little one would have been 3 months old or something. We'd gone out. We're going to a pub like for lunch and stuff, and to see my ex's mates and all that. And like I was carrying my little one, burping her and stuff on my shoulder and stuff, and then put her back in the pushchair and stuff. And then my ex goes to me. She goes, "What's that massive white stain down your back?"
Oh no.
And my daughter had thrown up all the way down my back. And I was like, lovely. And I remember, this is the exact T-shirt I was wearing that day. I remember.
Could have been worse.
Could have been worse.
You just sort of like say, oh, it's birds. They're just sort of like a load of seagulls and I've been attacked by them.
Well, because they could see that I've got a 3-month-old with me.
Yeah.
So most
anyone that's a
probably
parent
like,
would
"Oh, okay."
understand.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Not, but I've left enough dirty nappies in the toilet. Let's let them deal with it.
Yeah.
Not my own
remember,
dirty
I think-
nappies, I will say.
I can't remember if it was my brother or my sister. But they were on my dad's shoulders when they were about 1 or something, and had a nappy explosion on my dad's shoulders.
Oh, lovely.
拼命去了，对他老拼命我也不在，他知道拼命。
Are you with us, Peach?
Come again?
Oh, he is. He is there. You look
there.
like you was in a world of your own.
Sorry, coming. Whoa, scooter. People are driving on scooters down the road. Sorry. What were you saying, Doc?
I'm just saying, you look like you're in a world of your own, my friend.
Oh, I'm going to Colossus, which is like a Greek restaurant, and I'm getting takeout. My father is cooking steak tonight, like steak wings. He's
Okay.
cooking steak. Oh yeah, lovely. doubly times 10 times 4 times 2 times 9. And
Sorry,
yeah,
Larry, we will.
I'm gonna get
Sorry, mate.
what sorry mate, what?
No,
What
Change the
happened?
subject.
The
No,
conversation
piss
sort of.
off, Lawrence. Piss off, Lawrence. I'm talking about my food. Lawrence can suck a
No,
dick,
he
dog.
doesn't
I
know
ain't even
what we
playing
were
with you,
talking
dog.
about.
Yo,
No.
this is Rise Gatesy like Luke Legend and Peach, dog. How you mean, dog? We're gonna talk about
No,
food when we want to talk about
no,
food.
no. I think
So
he was complaining about the subjects we was talking about, sort of like earlier.
no, I love those subjects. Those are stories, dog. How do you mean? Those are stories that like I love them. Like eating
Larry,
floured like
Larry will be
turds. Like,
impressed.
come on, man. Come on, man.
Larry will be
I'm
me.
go on. What were you saying?
I'll say Larry would be impressed with me. I went down the local farm shop today and bought 2 ribeye steaks for £23, and they were marvellous.
Ooh.
Can't be bad.
Lovely, lovely,
My stolen
lovely.
pint glass, by the way. My stolen pint glass.
Oh, ribs it.
Stolen from Skegness.
Where are you, Peach?
Packed up in the restaurante, dog. How
Stolen
do
from
you
Skegness
mean, man?
Wetherspoons.
Do I got sausage McMuffins? I can't hear it. Like these headphones, I just bought them to the dollar store, and they were $4. How do you go to the dollar store and buy something for $4 when they're like
Oh
it's a
no,
dollar
they started
store?
doing that over here now as well, like Poundland.
Poundland,
Well,
yeah.
But they've got
also
them
as
going
well-
for £1.50.
Also,
You
if
get what I'm saying?
they're $4,
You get what I'm saying?
what are you expecting?
Yeah, that's a good point. I said these ones cost me like 30 quid.
Yo,
Yeah,
yo,
my stolen pint
yo,
glass from Skegness Wetherspoons.
Gatesy, tell us another story, dog. Because like I'm sure you have like some drunk stories, dog. Like when one of your mates got all pissed up and like, yo, he like, oh, the kids are out to play today. Wow. What up? All right? Yeah, wicked. Yeah, but
Peach,
yo,
what kind
no.
of craft beer do they sell behind you? You're walking past the craft beer place.
Peach, I'm a bit concerned about you talking to children.
Yeah, listen, I talk to everybody, dog. How you mean? Yo, that's as far as it goes. How you mean? Like, yo, shut up. Oh, let the car go because I'm nice, dog. I let the cars go, dog. Go on. I let the cars go, dog. But yo, let me show you, dog. I'm going to Colossus, which is like a Greek tavern. So it's like, yo, you get the best.
Oh,
My
they do
dad's cooking
gyros.
steak.
Gyros.
Shush. So, yo, I'm telling you, yo, dad's cooking up some steak, so I'm gonna get him a Greek salad. And then, yo, you make my mind up for me. And I already asked Gatesy and Rise this, like, with the Subway thing. Do I get, like, they do these, like, sticks of, like chicken, I don't know what it's called, dog. Chicken shashlik or chicken, I don't know,
Ooh.
something or other,
Yeah,
dog.
chicken shashlik.
It is. It's the one on the sticks,
curry.
right?
I love the gyros, the
curry.
kebabs.
It's like a donair, but chicken style. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, do I get the chicken on a stick with rice, or do I get a gyro, or what like
Oh, it's
Europeans
gotta be a
call like
gyro. It's
gyro?
gotta be a gyro. All day, it's gotta be a gyro.
Done. So a gyro with the chicken or a gyro with the rice, dog?
Chicken. I think I might
Yeah,
get. There's this one place
yeah.
in Birmingham that I
dinner.
always get gyros from, and I'm in Birmingham on Sunday, so I might.
What are you doing in
Yo,
Yo,
Birmingham?
gyros are dirty good. They're
Mike likes the
dirty
trains
good.
to Birmingham, and it's his last one because he's changing train companies. So I'm gonna go up. Well, I'm staying at my mate's who lives near Birmingham, my other mate, which I'm going to tomorrow, and then coming back on my mate's last train back from Birmingham with him.
Ah.
You love a train, don't you, Reese?
I do. I'm out on the trains
Oh,
tomorrow.
he's
I'm
a train
excited.
master.
I'm
Train
going on the
master.
Eurostar for the Leon game. First time I've ever been
Ooh,
on
are you
it.
going away?
Hmm.
Ooh, jealous.
Yeah, going to get the Eurostar to Paris, which takes me to Gare du Nord, and then I've got to get a train or metro, whatever, from Gare du Nord to Gare de Lyon, which is still in Paris. Although it's called Gare de Lyon, it's not in Lyon, it's still in Paris. And then we're going to get
means train station.
Yeah.
That's
and
the
then
only word I remember. That's one of the only things I remember from French in school.
Gare du Nord is essentially Victoria.
Bridge.
Gare du Nord is essentially Victoria, and Gare de Lyon is essentially Waterloo. So Gare de Lyon's the southern, the southern station in Paris.
Yeah. So we go to Gare de Lyon, then we got to get the train from there, which takes us because the accommodation we've got, the nearest station in Lyon to our accommodation is Lyon Part 2. So, yeah, looking forward to it.
Make sure you stamp your ticket before you get on the train.
Oh? Are they particularly hot on that?
You stamp your ticket before you get on the train, yeah.
Okay.
So they've got loads of little things over there, but yeah, you basically have to stamp your ticket, and they get all shitty if you get on the train and they check your ticket and you haven't stamped it.
I'll bear that one in mind. I don't want to upset the French. They get the
Parlez français, monsieur?
Yeah.
And then they wave the white flag.
Oui.
Oh, what was I going to say? Yeah, I've not done a train in France, apart from Eurotunnel, and that's the one with the buses and cars go on. That's the only one I've done.
Yeah, because you've got Eurotunnel and Eurostar, haven't you? What's Eurotunnel's like you say, the one that the cars go on. Eurostar.
Yeah, that's when they go to France, isn't it? That's the one that goes to France, right? Yeah.
I've done trains in Spain.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Because you have to remember that Eurostar used to leave from Waterloo.
Yes, it did.
Yes, it did.
Which is my station, which is my London station, as it were.
Yeah.
So me and my wife went to Paris once, and we left my house at 10 to 8, and we were in the Musée d'Orsay on the South Bank in Paris by 2:45, and we'd lost an hour due to the time difference.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Yeah. Oh yeah, the clocks are changing this weekend, didn't they?
They are, yeah. Yeah. Right, I got to disappear, guys.
Okay, it was good to speak to you anyway. Oh my god, it's cool.
Likewise. Thank you for having me.
That's all right. Always
right.
Have fun, gentlemen.
Take care, mate.
See you
Be
soon.
good. Take care.
Take care, Gatesy.
Oh, he's at the Colossus.
Oh, I'm there, buddy. I am there, my G. I just sent Luke a link to come on, and he's too cool for school now. So, if you want to come on, dog, you got the link. Yo, Rise, send him the link. You got his info, dog. Send him the link, dog. If homeboy's too cool for school, it's like a domino reaction type thing, dog.
Who am I sending a link to?
Lawrence Watkins, the illest man in Auburn, Alabama.
He said he's gonna come on later. I think that's what it means.
Oh, we might not be on later, dog. We might close up shop before he comes on, just because we're too cool for school, dog. We got Luke Lexington in the building, dog. We know business. Look at these girls with the umbrellas, dog. Straight up. Watch this. I'll show you, dog. I'll show you. Hold on. Look at these gals with the umbrellas, dog. Real talk. No, real talk. Look at these gals with the umbrellas, dog. Oh, they're closing them now because they can see me posting 2 things online. Look at that, man. Look at that, dog.
Peach in the streets, isn't it?
The gal don't got missing. They're going back to them ways they're still. Hold on. I gotta go order my food. I'll be right back. 5 minutes. I'll be right back. Still, I'm here. In effect.
Okay, I'll mute you then. Is he going? Is he disappearing?
Who knows?
He's frozen. It's alright. But yes, how are you anyway, Luke?
Yeah, right, mate. So a bit boring out of football, isn't it?
Yeah, not much to do.
Did England play
I'm
tonight
out
or do
all
they play
weekend.
tomorrow?
It's tomorrow, I believe. Not interested though. It's
Oh,
a
I don't
friendly.
care. So boring.
Yeah. As I said to Gatesy earlier, I only really care when it's the World Cup or the Euros. Nothing else really interests me, unless we're playing Germany.
No,
That's the only other.
if they played a qualifying match that actually meant something, I'm interested. But when they're
Oh yeah,
sticking
yeah, yeah.
four,
If it's like the Greece
oh,
game in
yeah.
2001,
Mm,
that Beckham free kick will always send shivers down my spine.
yeah.
But yeah, it's like if it's an important qualifier or something like the Greece game, then I would watch it. But like a friendly against whoever knows, I don't even know who we're playing tomorrow. Then I don't really care.
Switzerland, I believe.
Yeah, I don't
But yeah,
really
it's not
care.
as if we play interesting football, is it?
No, just looking
But
forward to the World
did you
Cup.
see Italy?
Yeah, they lost to
Did,
North Macedonia, didn't they?
did you see the stats?
Wasn't it like Macedonia had like one shot on target or something?
It had 2 shots on target. Italy had something like 14 corners to Macedonia's nil. Italy had something like 36 shots or something stupid.
That's what you call a
Oh,
football manager result.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
called getting FM'd. That is.
Oh dear. Or West Ham.
But yeah, yeah, yeah. No, the other night when like I did say we were gonna go live for like 11, didn't I? And
Oh, don't worry
then
about it,
like
mate.
I
I
was
know
I
what
was
you've
just
got to
waiting for
deal with.
Peach. I was just waiting for Peach, and he just texted me at like 12:15, like 12, going like, yeah, we'll go live at 12:15. I'm like, fuck's sake, all right.
Yeah, he's a
But
liability.
yeah,
But he's getting his turkey. He's getting his Greek food.
yeah,
It does seem to me like he eats a lot of takeaway.
yeah.
How
But when
a
I've got
man
the
can live
money,
on
so do
takeaway
I.
and cider?
Yeah, but to be fair, when I got the money, so do I.
Not sure I could.
But hey, at least I can't get told
Minging
off
after a
for
while.
taking pictures today.
That was hilarious. Such a job's worth.
Just yeah,
Yeah,
it
but if
was.
you
It's
want
like
to work, mate, if you want to work for a train company, you've got to be a job's worth as well. Because every single person who works for a train company is a job's worth.
no, not every single one of them.
All right, 95%.
Yeah, that's about more like it. But
Yeah.
what was I gonna say? That was just some random bloke in the street saying about pictures. It wasn't no.
Wasn't a train bloke.
No, I was in the town centre. I was next to Greg's, and it was some
Mm.
random bloke on a bike, like thinking they're hard or something. Yeah, I was
How
changing.
far, how far along are you to being a depot train driver?
Still waiting to hear back. I think the interview went well and stuff, and they said the
What does
training
the
would
interview
start.
entail? Because I
Sorry.
assume you have to have something. What does the interview entail? Because I assume you have to have some experience on driving a fucking train.
No, because it's all training. All training's provided. Like all the training is provided and stuff, and they said like I think it went quite well. I got on with the managers and stuff, and then they said like, oh well, the training would start in May, so it would be not too long before May because you need to make sure that you can do medical and stuff.
Well, that's what I don't want to. Yeah, the medical. I don't want to comment on your lifestyle, but it does mean no drinking.
No,
And
I don't
certainly,
drink that much anyway. And yes, Scott,
if
we,
you
I was we did this thing earlier about who would pick as a starting 11 next season and stuff, and I'll put Phillips in there with Rice and SouceK. But yeah, no, I don't drink that much anyway. So
yeah, but you also let's put it this way, mate. Let's put it tactfully. you can't be in the same room as one of your friends who is smoking things he shouldn't be.
Oh, I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be. Like, I
Because
only
you'll be
smoke.
drug tested up to the eyeballs.
Yeah, no, like I won't. I'll be like, no, like I'm going outside while you smoke that, and I'll leave it 10 minutes or whatever.
But that'd be exciting. It's like a real life Hornby.
Yeah, yeah, it would be. It would be great. So yeah, it's just not heard anything back yet, which is, I'd say, a good sign. Because they said it would know just before training and stuff, with time to get a medical and stuff. And if I hadn't got it, they would have said no by now, wouldn't they?
No idea. Let's hope
That's
not.
what I think it.
And you'll be health and safety up to the eyeballs.
Yeah. Drink like a king on the weekends. No drugs. No drugs for me either, Larry. Like, I don't mind if my mates are smoking or whatever, but I've just lost a. I've just rolled a fan. I've just dropped down the fight side on the seat. Means I've got to roll another one. Like, I don't mind. I don't mind if like my mates are smoking weed and stuff. I don't mind like sitting with them if they're smoking it or whatever. But like, I haven't smoked it myself in years, in a long time. Like, and weed is the only drug I've really taken in my past. To be fair, nothing else in my fit style really. Just don't let me have wine. That's what the thing is. We don't let Reese have wine.
Red or white?
Fruit.
Fruit wine.
Yo, I
Fruit wine.
want to put, I
I've got a
want to put
bottle of it
Lawrence on
staring
like
at
the
me.
naughty step, dog. Real talk. I want to put Lawrence on the naughty step for like 10, 15 minutes, dog. Just cause like, yo, done sent in the link, and like, yo, homeboy ain't like coming on nothing, dog. Like, yo,
He's
straight up,
probably
I
in the
want to
middle of
put him on the
something.
naughty step, dog. Like, homeboy's
He's
too
probably in the
cool for
middle of
school
something at the
nowadays,
moment,
yeah.
Peach. He's probably in the middle of
Yo,
something at
I
the
ain't
moment, Peach.
buying that. I ain't having that, dog. I ain't having that, dog. Like, yo,
No.
recognize, dog. Recognize, dog. Like, yo, real
He
things,
did
man.
message that group chat on Twitter saying, what did he say? Where is it?
I don't
Peach,
give
I would
two
like to talk to
shits,
you off
dog.
air
I
prior
don't
to
give
me
two
going
shit.
live.
I don't give two shits, dog. I don't give two shits, dog. Like, yo, that's my boy. And like, yo, if you don't come on, yo, he's never coming on again, dog. If you don't come on, he's never coming on again, dog. Real talk.
Ooh,
That's how I roll. That's how I roll. You get me? That's how I roll,
done
dog.
though.
Yo, starting to see like real things, dog. Real talk.
Oh, what is my
Colossus
camera
threat.
playing
What's
about?
up, man? You all right? Oh yeah. Yes, yes, bro. Wow,
Peach is out
bring
there
yourself
making
up.
friends.
Yo, we ain't Jeffrey the Giraffe and Toys R Us kid, dog. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, man, man, I got it twisted. Luke Regin, let me ask you one thing. Let me ask you one thing. Let me ask you one thing, dog. Like, yo, are we gonna finish fourth? Or are we gonna finish like below 10th? Like, what are you saying, man?
So the question is, fourth or below 10th?
Yeah, that's the
I would
question,
say,
dog.
I
Real
would
talk.
say, I would say somewhere in between.
I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that, to tell you the truth, man. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that.
That's the wine I normally drink.
I wouldn't mind that. Like,
Tropical
fourth
fruit.
It's
and
not a
10th, I wouldn't
wine.
mind that. Like, we win Europa
Yeah,
League,
it is.
I wouldn't mind that.
Fruit
I
How
wouldn't
strong
mind
is
that.
extract, it
it?
says on there.
How strong is it?
5.5%.
That's not a wine.
Well, when you're down a bottle of it, you get pretty fucked.
Yeah, it's a fruit punch
I don't
at
know.
the very best.
But when
I reckon we'll finish
you
10th,
slowly
mate.
drink a bottle of it and then down a whole bottle of it, you get pretty mashed.
Yeah, but that's because if you can only drink 2 bottles, which is a litre and a half of 5.5% alcohol, my friend, that's basically 3 pints of Stella.
Yeah, but when you have one bottle in one go,
Yeah, so you're drinking a pint of Stella quite fast. What?
Yeah,
What
but
are you
when you
coming at me
drink
at?
fast, it
Yeah.
fucks you up more.
Yeah, but that's 5.5% is about the thing of a Stella. Stella's 5.2%.
Right.
Why are you coming at me with ridiculous? That's not a wine, 5.5%.
Hang on.
Even Peach knows that, and he's Canadian.
No, but brethren, I'm half like no, brethren, I'm half like marsupial. I'm half like marsupial, dog. Straight up, I'm half Jupiter-European. I'm half like Pluto-European, dog. Straight up, like yo,
Stella's 4.6.
I'm in space, dog. I'm like roaming around the world, alien things, dog. Real talk, like yo. Might be Canadian, but I'm half like marsupial, dog. It's not like I'm half
I'm coming at
marsupial,
Reese
dog.
now. I'm coming at Reese. Sorry, so Stella's 4.6. And how much is your? Sorry, you can't see me. I'm doing the inverted commas thing. Wine, 5.5%.
5.5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a wine is not 5.5%.
Yo,
And
wine is ridiculous. I don't drink wine, dog. That's too much for me, dog. Straight up.
Wait, how much is my gin? How much is my gin?
you're drinking a
Shut up.
cider.
I'm saying how much my
That's
gin
like
is.
5.5. That's like
Yeah.
5.5. Straight up. Yo, you gotta see these girls, dog. Yo, I ain't
What
even
about this
playing with
then?
you.
What gin is it?
Realm of the Unicorn.
Probably somewhere. I reckon that's 40%.
20%.
It's not gin then.
Yeah, but
Nice.
yo,
Pretty much
what
fruit
do you know
punch as
about
well.
rare nephew, dog? Rare nephew rum, dog. That's like a million proof, dog. Bitch knows
So
about them
basically,
things still,
what
dog.
you've bought
Rare
there,
nephew,
Reese,
big
is
talk,
someone who's
dog.
got some gin and put the mixer in for you.
Huh?
So if you buy gin, it's 40%, and you buy the mixer you want. So gin and
Yo,
tonic,
rare
for
nephew's
example.
like 80 over proof, dog. Like it's mad.
So gin is like vodka. It should be 40-50%.
Oh, yeah, most vodkas are like 37.5% these days, aren't they? Which
Yeah,
is
I don't drink. I have to be honest with you, mate. I don't drink a lot of vodka because it's just alcohol. So
I
I just
don't
think it's.
anymore. I used to drink a lot
yo,
of vodka.
well, I
I
hate
used to be pretty
vodka,
bad with
dog. I
vodka.
can't stand vodka, dog.
I
Can't
used to be pretty
stand
bad
it.
with vodka.
Can't stand it.
Just
I
beer for
haven't
me,
drank vodka in
really.
about 4 years.
So I'm drinking something
Going on 5
called.
years.
I'm drinking something called Paul Langer, imported from Munich,
Go on.
and it's 4.9%, and it's lovely.
What is it, a beer or?
It's a lager,
Rude
yeah.
boy.
From München.
What's going on, Peach? Peach, look at this
No,
comment from Larry, please.
I'm just observing people in the street and just yelling at them, dog. Straight up. Like I'm crazy
Peach,
like that.
read
Straight up.
Larry's comment, please, and respond, please.
What's I
Yeah.
saying? Like, I can't. You know what? Differently, you have to read it. I can't because I had my eyes tested
Okay.
today because I'm like type 1 diabetic. So like I have to have my eyes tested today, and then like gave me these drops that went in the back of my eyes, and like I can't see nothing. I can't see
Okay.
nothing, dog.
He
So if you
says,
could read it out, that would be like
Larry says,
much
Peach,
appreciated.
sorry you feel that way. I came back to hear your opinion after your comments on American Hammers. I asked to talk to you offline. Some people would be pissed I even came on your chat. Real talk. Is he even listening?
What did he say?
Said, Peach, sorry you feel that way. I came back to hear your opinion after your comments on American Hammers. I asked you to ask to talk to you offline. Some people will be pissed I even came on your chat. Real talk.
What's the comment I said on American Hammers? I didn't say nothing. What's the comment
I
I
don't
said on
know. I
American
don't know.
Hammers, dog? I don't know
I
either. Yo,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know either. So he's like waking me up with hand job and a blow job at the same time, dog. You want to get into
I'll tell you
ways? We
what
can get
beer
into
is
ways,
strong that
dog.
I like.
We can get into ways, dog. I don't business. I don't business, man. Yo,
Have
no
you
more
ever heard
Mr.
of
Nice Guy
Perla,
things, dog.
Luke?
Straight up. Yo, homeboys all like, what? Like, yo, I have no idea what he's talking about. Real talk. No idea.
But I've just read out what it says. So I'm not one for beef, so let's just chill out. Luke.
No, but I have no idea what he's talking about. That's
No,
what like
I
gets
get
me
that. I get that.
irked
I
and
don't have a
shit.
clue either, so
That's whack. That's
I'm
whack.
I'm
Like,
staying out of it. I'm just reading the comments because you can't see them. Okay. That's
no,
what
no, no.
Larry.
I'm
I'm
just
not
saying. I'm
agreeing with
just
Peach.
saying,
I'm not
dog.
agreeing with you. I'm staying out of it. Let me just.
No, I'm
I'm
just saying,
Switzerland.
dog. I didn't say nada. I don't know what I said. Like, yo, I talk my mind, and my mind talks my mouth. Like, straight up, real talk. Like, yo,
Yeah, done that.
that's
Right,
just that.
give
That
me
yo,
give me 2 minutes. I've
honestly,
got to go for a pee.
yo, you know what? You can
I
get some
want
of
these
this,
guys
dog.
don't even know what I'm talking about.
Yo, Bryce Henderson. Bryce Henderson. Name. And you see these gals like don't do it, L. Don't do it, LW dog. Don't do it, LW dog. Don't do it, LW dog. Cause I was talking about gals. Get me? Don't do it, LW dog. Cause I told you and taught you everything, dog. So don't do it, LW dog. Real talk. Like, don't do two things stupid,
I
dog.
want these guys don't even know what I'm talking about.
Yo, Bryce Henderson. Bryce Henderson. Name me one name. Yo, you guys are whack. Straight up. There you go. Don't tell me Rice Henderson. Yo, they could eat some
I'm
bird
clipping
crack,
this.
dog.
I am
Straight up. I
clipping
ain't
this, and this is
complaining.
going on
Like
Twitter.
5 of them. All they had to say was Rice Henderson. You
Well,
stupid,
was it
stupid.
3-3,
Now we
3-30?
find
That's
out
it.
why Peach.
Yo, certain men are included on this channel. Certain men aren't, dog. Like, yo, I ain't playing no more, dog. Yo, none of them want to go cutthroat. I can go fucking like more like
What for miss now? What for
fatality
miss
shit,
now?
dog. Like Mortal Kombat type shit, dog. No, me, dog. Hold on, let me get my food. I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
All right.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Stuff.
I agree, though, Hammerhead. I agree. Luke.
So what?
I don't
What
have a
happened?
clue what's going on. I haven't got a clue.
Yeah.
I haven't got a clue what's going on.
So who do we hate now? Because it's hard to keep
No
up.
one. We don't hate no one. We don't hate no
I
one.
know me and
We
you
don't know what's
don't,
going on.
Reese, but it seems like there's a lot of
Seems like
angst
Peach is
in
going at the moment.
YouTube nonsense, isn't there?
How much percent was that beer that you were talking about?
4.9.
Just wait. I'll see if I have a can of it. I don't know if I have. Holy shit. I think I do. Get it out. I think it might be out of date though.
Is that the yeah? Hold, go down a bit, down a bit, down a bit, down. Yeah, is that Polish? That one.
Yes.
Yeah.
7.6%.
Also as well, if anything comes in a
That is
black
well out
can,
of date. That is
if
well
anything
out of
comes in a
date.
if anything comes in a black can, mate, chances
Avoid it.
are, yeah.
But the Polish work out differently, don't they?
Yeah, well, you're not Polish, mate. They're different
I know, but
people.
it's really strong and it gets me really fucked.
Yeah, but the Polish, they can do that because that's what they've been bred on. You can't. You're a skinny, lanky piece of shit. You can't do it.
I'm not lanky, just skinny. Short and skinny.
Oh, you
But
look
yeah,
quite
that
tall
stuff.
in the. Oh, do you hold? You do the old false perspective, do you?
Sorry. Oh no, I'm short. Like I don't try and make myself look tall. Like it's just maybe because the laptop is probably at leg level, at stomach level, or whatever. And it's quite difficult to see on like video cams how tall people are. Don't ask me. Ask Wally and people who are part of the American Hammers. I'll remind Peach when he gets back, but I'm really fucking confused with what's going on. I don't want
Not
any West
very.
Ham channels or West Ham people to fall out.
Yeah, but I bet whatever it is quite infantile.
No, I bet it's something silly.
Yeah.
But that's not me being rude towards you, Larry. That's just me saying
Oh no, but I bet it's
What?
just something silly.
Yeah, it always
What's
is.
the
It
word?
always is. It's like
Stag banging head.
it's like I'm not going to say who said it, but someone told me something about Peach, and then I had a word with Peach about it, and he apologised, and we sorted it out live on the air. I'd like to talk to Peach offline. Yeah, well, I'm sure we can arrange that later, Larry. Like, not silly. Okay. Yeah, but yeah, Larry, I'm sure we can arrange that later. Like, he's disappeared at the moment, but I'm sure we can arrange that later on. Okay, it's a bit, it's all blown a bit out of proportion. He clearly didn't think before he spoke, and no one on the show at the time said anything. Yeah, exactly. It's like when Pete said about Zuma, that pissed quite a few people off. And I was the one to be like, look, I know you didn't mean it in a bad way. You just got carried away with what was going on, and you said it wrong, I believe. And he was like, yeah, and he understood because he said about. I'm not going into it. I don't want to bring it all back up again, but yeah, I had a word with Peach about that, and we sorted it out. It can easily anything can easily be blown out of proportion on here. Thank you, Scott. Thank you. Exactly. After what's happened to Scott tonight, let's all drop these petty arguments. Life's too short.
But
We're
also as
all just
well,
one people.
not only life's too short, but the sound of it, Reese is too short as well.
Yeah, I am. I am. I don't know how tall I am. I don't know how tall I am. I don't measure. I remember at college I was 3.5 claw hammers tall. I remember that.
What's a claw
I don't know how
hammer?
tall that
Oh,
is.
thing that people murder people with.
Yeah.
Hey, your claw hammer's tiny.
No,
Claw
it's
hammer can't
not.
be more than a foot long.
No. I can't remember. I can't remember if it was 3.5 or something, but I remember I measured myself in claw hammers at college about 6, 7 years ago. Which, no, hang on. How many years ago was I in college? I left school in 2013, so that's 9 years ago. So it would have been 8 years ago. Would
God,
have been
you're
8 years ago.
young.
Oh, I know. Um, we believe Scott is just a bit shaken up, but he seems to be chilling out and he's chatting on here, so it can't be too bad. But we do hope you are all right, Scott. Though, let's be honest.
Yeah, no, if he's had a car crash, thank God he's all right. And he is all right, hopefully. But now, unfortunately, he's got the ball ache of the administration of having to deal with a fucking car crash,
Oh,
which is a
yeah,
pain in the ass. Tonight, he's
yeah,
all right, and we'll celebrate that tomorrow. The poor lad's got a lot of phone calls to make, which are never fun.
yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. Oh. Yeah, right. So we're drawing a line under it at the moment, and just like we'll let Peach and Larry talk about this in a private space, not on the internet. Okay, sorted. Well, probably will be on the internet, but not live on the internet. Got much planned for tomorrow, Luke?
Depends on the weather, I guess. The lack of West Ham is an
Yeah, it looks
absolute
like it's
ball
gonna be nice
ache.
tonight. It's gonna be. No, I've got plans for tomorrow.
You do, mate, if you can tell.
Yeah, I'm going. I'm getting the 8:15 train to Nottingham in the morning.
Where are you going?
Nottingham.
That's better, thank you.
Yes. I know, but yeah, I'm going. I'm going up there because I'm going to see one of my mates that I've not seen since December, and then I don't know what we're doing. We're going to go ride some trains and then staying at his near Birmingham, and then getting my mate's last train that he's ever working for this company back from Birmingham with him.
You're doing a triangle, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. Hello, Peach.
How long do I have to wait for a blood clot order, dog? I ain't even playing with you, dog. I ain't even playing with you. You see when I came in here, I'm still waiting.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still absolutely Luke. A lot of hassle,
I got, I
unfortunately,
got,
but
I
I'm
got,
sure you'll
I
sort
got
it.
some
I'm sure
brown
you will.
rice. I got some brown rice with some some pizzas and some chicken and
Make
some
yourself a
salad from my
make
father,
yourself a cup
dog.
of tea, Scott. That's probably the
Yo,
good idea. What's
yo,
going on in
I
Ukraine? So
got
we're
two
not
things. I got some lemons
hopefully peace
and
can't work it
yo,
out.
tzatziki sauce. How you mean? You can't run these things with tzatziki without tzatziki sauce. Man. I'm sorry, the place is ram up still. Watch.
What's going on?
I have no idea. But Peach, the thing with Larry at the moment, we're not going to talk about it. We'll let you and Larry. We'll let you and Larry
What up?
figure
You
out
alright?
between yourselves, not live on YouTube. Okay? And we're going to draw a line under it now. Okay? Don't know if he's fucking listening. He's not listening. But it was a bloody good shout. I know. I couldn't be bothered to go make one. I just stick to water,
I
to be
think my
fair.
order might be coming soon still. I think it might be coming. Oh, look at that. Isn't that dope? See the man with the fire flame chain there? Look at that, guys. Look at that. Look at that.
Is it eating fire?
You see that, yeah?
Not really. The camera's not really pointing at it, Peach.
Yo, that's fire things, guys. That's fire things, guys. You see that?
Couldn't really see, mate.
Oh, thank you, love. Thank you very much, my dear. All right, y'all have a good night, yeah? Yeah, big up.
Ooh,
No,
a
no.
nice cinnamon roll sounds good.
I got my food. Yo, straight up. Did you see the flame thing go on fire like the plate
A
thing?
little bit. The camera weren't in the right place.
Yeah, but that's me, dog. That's how I do it up. I always mark it up. You
I've
get
got
me?
these to
But
eat
like, yo,
later.
trust me,
Strawberry petals.
it was live up. Saganaki, dog. It's like fired up cheese. How you mean? It's like fired up cheese, dog. It's dope.
Oh, what,
It's
like
dope.
halloumi or something?
It's like Luke Ledgington would love. Luke Ledgington's posh, dog. He has to have had like Saganaki before, dog. Like, yo,
No, I only
that's
eat
like
pheasants and quails and swan's eggs.
what?
Only.
See, that's posh. That's what I'm talking about, dog. That is
Oh, can't go wrong
posh.
with pie and mash. Can't go wrong with pie and mash.
You know,
I know it's
oh
quarter to
no,
12, but I'm really feeling
no,
pie.
no. Pie
I'm
Master's
really
like
feeling cooking
all the
meat
way,
pie.
all day, long day. How you? Yo,
What's the
Raj, let
date
me show.
today?
The date today is the 25th of March. Yo, let me show
Right,
you this.
okay.
Rise. Let me show you this. Me and my dad, like the other day, he got like steak ties from like the British shop we go to. Brethren, there was like suet, like how they have on like the bottom of the pie mask, like ties. And it was like the meat melted in your mouth, dog. Like it was like
Oh, I love it.
oh, and we had it with gravy. We had it with gravy. Some mushy peas. Yo, brethren, it was like yo. I ain't even playing with you. It was like no joke, like dirty, stupid, dumb. It was oh my days. It was yo, the illest, man,
Yeah,
the illest. So good, so good. What did you have for dinner tonight, man?
mate, I haven't. Oh,
You
actually, I have
starve
burgers.
yourself and you
I have
don't
burgers.
sleep,
I have
dog.
burgers,
You're like
actually.
me,
I have
dog.
burgers. No, I was gonna say
What,
my ex made me burgers when I was with her and my daughter.
so what do you have on your burger?
Just cheese.
Nah, Brethren,
Cheese,
you gotta put
cheese and
mayonnaise
probably
on
a
them
little,
things.
Cheese and tomato sauce.
cheese and probably a little bit of angst. I'm guessing if it was with the ex.
No, just cheese and
What
tomato sauce.
you put eggs on your burgers, Luke? No.
Angst,
Didn't say eggs.
angst,
What's angst?
uh, tetchiness, a little bit of
Not really. The thing is, me and my
tension.
ex. The thing is, me and my ex get on really well now. It's like we get on
Big up.
as parents. Like, you know what I mean? We get on well
And
to
yo,
Ted.
Luke, you know the dopest thing? Like, Rye sent me a voice note with like him, like, with his like little girl, man. And that was like the best message I got all day. I asked him, okay, I'll show you this, Luke. I'll show you this, Luke. I asked him some like recommendations to Subway. You know what homeboy said? He was like, Subway, yeah, I'll have a tuna with cheese, or I'll have bacon and ketchup. No, no to the both of them. Like, no to the both of them. Like, yo, Luke, what is your go-to at Subway, dog? Like, I was disappointed when I heard Bryce. It's like,
I'm
simple is
trout.
better sometimes, but no.
I'm trout as well.
I would have the meatball marinara with extra jalapenos, but
Word up,
one of my
word up.
one of
Well,
my
I can't
favorite
hear
up.
anything. My headphones are playing out.
one of my favorite foods.
I
Oh,
hear
good.
that, dog. I hear that.
One of my favorite
So, like,
foods is tuna.
meatball marinaros with like hot peppers and everything, yeah?
No, but one of my favorite foods is tuna. I would eat tuna mayonnaise till it's coming out my ears.
Oh no, me too. But like Subway don't do like if you could get a tin tuna and do your own like tuna melt, way better than how Subway do it, dog.
Yeah.
Way
Yeah,
better.
but I could.
Straight
Yeah,
up.
but I could also say the same to you. If you go and get a little bit of mince and onion, you can do a bit of meatball marinara than you can do in bloody Subway.
That's dope.
That's a good
That's
point. It's
dope.
just the
That's
convenience,
dope.
though, isn't it?
That
You're
is
not
dope.
going to Subway to go. Yeah, this is high quality end food, and I can do better than this at home.
Yep.
It's just easy and quick, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy quick, but you don't want that tuna, dog. Like, sorry,
I'll be
Rex,
honest with
what?
you, mate. I'll be honest with you, mate. I probably don't want any of it. It's a
I
bit.
know.
Just a quick question, guys. Am I echoing at all, or
Yes.
Either I am or you are.
right? Hang on. Let me turn these off. I'll just go back to.
Yo, the tuna tastes like cat though, dog. Straight up. Hold on. Echo, echo, echo. Oh no, echo,
Royce,
echo,
Royce,
echo.
Royce, Royce,
Yo, the
Royce, Royce.
tuna, like Subway tuna tastes like cat food, dog. Straight up, like tuna a la king.
As I say, mate, I think most takeaway food is if you're out and about. If you've got a favourite takeaway food, you need to be starting eating better food, in my opinion. It's fodder, isn't it?
What's your favorite takeout then? What's your favorite takeout, Luke?
Indian, Indian.
What's that? Come again? Say that again. I didn't hear it.
Indian.
Oh yeah, 100. Butter chicken or chicken tikka masala or like a vindaloo or a lambuna. What are you going for?
Lamb danzag, lemon rice, keema naan, onion
Yes,
bhaji. I'm
boss.
done.
Yo, I only got introduced to SAG like the other like month, dog. And Budgie swears about it, and it is so good.
And
So good.
the old sagaloo, the spinach potatoes, they're beyond
Yeah,
brilliant.
I'll
that's
tell
what
you
I'm
what. You
talking
can't go
about.
wrong with doner
So dope.
kebab.
Sorry,
Yeah,
mate.
that's a staple, isn't it? Like real
Yeah,
talk.
can't go wrong with doner
That's a
kebab.
staple, man. No, you can't. Like, you get
Doner
garlic
chips
I'm
cheese
sauce
not.
and
and
like
naan.
hot sauce on that shit.
Doner chips cheese
I
and
have to.
naan. Oh,
See, now I'm going to see. This is going to be like a bit of ham and pineapple, on a pizza. I actually don't particularly like doner kebabs. What the leg meat that they cut it off the big elephant leg?
yeah.
Nah,
I
it's
love it.
horrible.
I love it.
Oh,
What's horrible? Pineapple on pizza?
no, as I say, I don't like the doner kebab. I would prefer a kebab with all the salad and
Yeah,
mayonnaise, a bit of cheese,
yeah.
without that horrible elephant leg meat on it.
You know what? I hear you, but
Well, I'll
it's
tell
like,
you what. Well, I don't know if this would count as a takeaway, but
go on.
my favourite would be Greg's sausage roll. I don't think that counts as a takeaway, though, does it?
And again, I've never eaten anything from a Greg's.
Yeah, but a Greg sausage roll don't touch it like Ruby Murray dog. Like real talk, a Greg
How have
sausage
you
roll
never
don't touch
eaten
a
anything
Ruby
from
Murray,
Greg's?
man.
How have you never eaten anything from Greg's? I am ashamed of you, Luke.
No,
What would I
Greg,
eat with
listen,
Greg?
A sausage roll.
Greg, if you can go to like Brick Lane or wherever and you can get like a proper curry, yo, how is Greg even gonna touch that with a sausage roll? That's like a,
Right, I'll tell you
what
who
do
we
they
need to
call
get
it?
back in my corner.
Pompadom. That's like a pompadom, dog.
I'll tell you who we need back in my corner right now. Charlie Wolf needs to be here, back in my corner.
See, I'm gonna get in trouble again because I said pompadom. Like, yo, I don't business. I don't care no more, dog. I'm telling you, Greg sausage rolls like a pompadom to like a true Murray, dog. A true Ruby, dog.
This one is
Straight up.
Peach, you'll love this one. This is how antiquated I am. I've never ordered anything from a Starbucks.
Really?
Hold on. Like eating wise? Like you like eat
Nothing.
like food wise?
Anything.
Not even coffee?
Nope.
Mm. To be
I
fair,
never had any. I
ordered
never had any Starbucks food. You know, never had any
my main
Starbucks food.
my main go-to from Starbucks, Costa, Pumpkin Cafe is just hot water.
Nah,
free.
my thing from
listen,
Starbucks is like a
listen.
frappuccino, dog. Straight up.
Listen,
I'll
listen to
Paris
this logic.
I'll
Listen to
Paris
this logic.
Hilton that shit, dog. Lindsay Lohan that shit, dog. Paris like
This logic.
straight up.
Listen to this logic.
Frappuccinos or yo, Rice. Have you ever had an Americano? It's like
I don't
it's
drink
like
coffee.
espresso with like real cream like on the
Don't
top
drink
of
coffee.
it. Like yo, put some brown sugar upon them things. Live
I'll
up,
tell you
man.
what.
I don't business.
Peach,
If I ever go to
me and
a coffee
Reese.
place,
Peach, me and Reese don't do coffee.
No, neither do I, dog. I
Well,
hate
we don't.
coffee. But like when I do have a coffee, I'm going to Starbucks, either getting like a frappuccino or I'm getting like an Americano. Like
Peach,
just
you said when you
espresso,
do have a coffee,
2 things.
me and
Hold on,
Reese
my
never do
dad's
that.
calling me. Hold on, I'll be right back.
what are you saying, Luke?
I was just saying, oh, I don't have a coffee, but when I do, no, me and Reese, we don't have a coffee ever.
But I swear you always drink coffee in the morning at home.
I don't drink any. At home. I'm quite snobby about. You know that probably the only healthy thing I do is they say you should drink 3 liters of water a day.
Yeah.
I probably drink more than that.
Yeah. To be fair, I go through stages of drinking water. But I'll tell you what I do. If I ever go to like Starbucks, Costa, Pumpkin Cafe, or whatever, I usually take my own travel cup. I'm just like, can I just have some hot water, please? And they're like, yeah, okay. So they give me, and you don't have to pay for it. And then out of my bag comes a box of Yorkshire tea bags, a bag of sugar, and I'll make tea and milk as
Good
well.
way to do it.
So basically, I'll just ask for hot water, and I'll make tea myself. It's great. It's a great way of getting free tea, pretty much.
So when I was in the office before Corona, I would have 2 bottles of water a day in the fridge. I'd take them out, and I'd guzzle one when I'm driving to work. And then I'm not a big fan of Chinese. I'd probably have my favorite Chinese is probably pork balls. Strip those spicy strips of.
I just came back in and all I heard was pork balls, dog. What are you dealing with?
But yeah, I find Chinese. If I eat Chinese, I have to drink about 4 liters of water before I can go to bed because I get that whole.
It's salty in it. It's salty. No, trust me.
I get you.
I
I would drive to work. I'd drink 1 bottle of water on the way to work. Probably drink half of the other. Half an hour drive.
Yeah.
Get to work. Fill up the water with the old ice cold work water, and then put some whatever squash I got on the table. So I'd have Ribena or elderflower, and I'd probably drink about 2 liters of water, and then I'd get home. About quarter of an hour before I get home, I'd start thinking, "Oh my god, oh my god." And the older I get, I get, "Oh my god, oh my god." So I get off the motor, and I have had to stop on a main road just to have a wee quite a few times, which is probably quite a good sign because apparently that's what men need to do, really, drink water and wee.
I'll tell you what. I remember one time.
I do sometimes, Scott.
I must have drank. I don't know how much water. I drank a lot of water this day. About 5 years ago, we'd driven down to Portsmouth to pick up some mates from the ferry because they've gone to the Isle of Wight and their car had broke.
Where from? Portsmouth.
Yes.
Well, next time you come into my county, I will appreciate you giving me at least 3 weeks written notice that I can approve with a stamp.
This was 5 years ago. I didn't know you then.
So basically, you need to write me a letter. You need a back reference. You need to write me a letter.
Well, for both times,
and I'll tie up all the loose ends.
For both times I went
Sorry,
there.
mate, you continue.
Yeah, I must have drank. Yeah, I know I drank. I know I had a pint of Coke in one of the pubs there, and then I must have drank. I don't know how much water I drank on the way back. But oh my god! By the time we got to the M25, I was busting. For a wee, and like we sat there, and then there's so much traffic on the M25, and it was horrible. And I was like, we need to pull over for services. I was absolutely dying. Like, I had like a Costa cup because I think I must have had a tea of Costa or something, and I was trying to pee in this Costa cup in the car, and I couldn't go. And I was like, couldn't just pull over so I can go for a pee in the trees or something. He's like, no. My mate was like, no, and I was like, I'm gonna die. Like, it was the most
getting out of the car, doing the old chicken dance, just because you.
Oh yeah,
you need a wee so much, jump from leg to leg.
I ran behind the truck wash for a week. I was like, I can't even wait. Sounds a good idea, Scott. It's what I've been drinking tonight.
And then during lockdown, going back to the water, I found out that I couldn't get Perrier, so I had to order it from Amazon, and I was buying Perrier in about. So it's basically every time I bought a consignment of Perrier, it's 50 quid a time.
What is Perrier?
So basically, Perrier water.
Oh, okay.
You know what Perrier water is?
No.
Reese.
I'm young.
So anyway, it's just brilliant. They weren't selling it in Tesco's, Sainsbury's. I looked around, so I was basically having a consignment delivered from Amazon about every 2 months of 50 quid worth of Perrier water. I don't know what they thought when they delivered it to my door, because they delivered to my door. You've got to remember, if you think how big this, it's about 40 litres of this stuff. They piled it up and opened my front door, and all I did was open the front door and was just confronted by by just a tower of bottles, cans of Perrier water.
Wow. Oh, I remember I went to Brighton.
Can we go to that comment from Anvil?
What, the Liverpool? Barcelona played Liverpool 142 million for.
Yeah, I think that is one of the reasons why Barcelona are absolutely screwed now.
Yeah,
and I think it was also a different market where there was quite a flood of Maguire, Pogba, etc. Where there all these clubs splashing out money for these players. I think 100 million. I know it sounds stupid for Grealish. What was he, 24, 25?
Yeah.
That will turn out being an absolute bargain, I think.
Yeah, I could see
what
it.
He will give.
When he settles, I can see him ripping it up from City though. When he's fully settled, like next season, I can see him ripping it up.
I think he's absolutely fantastic, Jack Grealish.
Yeah, but
I think he's got everything you want in that player in that position. He's a little shit. He's going for a tackle. He'll take a dive to get a free kick. You call it a dive, but if someone clips you and you can get a free kick, he's a professional footballer.
Yeah.
And I think I heard earlier, as Gatesy said, or the other day when Gatesy said about Son, they all do it.
Yeah.
Goodness sake.
What was I going to say? No, but I went to It's hard to believe that 50 million for Zidane in 2001 was a world record fee. That money buys you Bowen and Zuma in our terms. Yeah.
I don't know how old Anvil is, but I'm a lot older than you, Reece, certainly. But It's not Michael
no,
Phelps.
I agree with. I agree
Phelps
with
was a
it as
swimmer.
well.
You need Tom Daly. Michael Phelps is a swimmer.
Yeah.
But yes, that's the point. But no, you
But
go
yeah,
back to
no,
what, 15
I
million?
agree. Like,
15, Alan Shearer was 15 million quid. If you want to keep
Yeah.
going back,
yeah,
Gaza was 2.4.
yeah.
It's
Exactly. But
just,
yeah,
the,
as I was saying about
money.
Brighton, I went to Brighton about 2 years ago. Me and my mate just decided to stay in Brighton one night on a whim about 5 o'clock in the evening. Should we go stay in Brighton tonight? Yeah, why not? So we got a train down to Brighton and stuff. Next day we went out and stuff, and we went in this like little Korean shop or something. I'm not sure if it was Korean or not, but I was speaking Korean to the woman. I don't think it was a Korean shop. But
Do you speak Korean?
no, but I have a book that teach you Korean book. So I was saying like hello and that because I had it with me. I don't even think she was Korean, which was quite embarrassing. But I bought this.
So you went out for, let me get this straight. You went out on a night out in Brighton with the
No,
lads.
it wasn't a night out. We didn't go on a night out. We just went down. We went to bed like 1 o'clock in the morning, like because we got there about 11. So we were in bed quite early, and then we were just going out doing what we do, like going train spotting and stuff. And we went in this shop on the way back to the train station. And like I started talking Korean to this woman. I don't even think she was Korean, but I bought this can of drink, thinking, "Oh, this is cool," because it had Pokemon on it. So I was like, "This is cool. This is gonna taste great." It tasted like TV static.
So you were on a trip down to Brighton to look at some trains, but you bought some Pokemon drink.
Yes, and it tasted like TV static.
Right.
He's 24. He's younger than me.
Yeah,
Making
he's
me
too
feel
young,
old.
isn't he?
Making me feel old.
24.
I'm 26 this year.
You're shit bigger than that.
I'm 26 this year. I feel old.
You wait.
But yeah, that was a bit of an
Fucking
embarrassment,
wait.
right? Speaking to Korean to a woman, Korean.
Yeah, but as I say, he makes a good point about 50 million for Zidane. But it's not so much how much it is, it's who you're buying. So remember, years ago, AC Milan broke the transfer record for a player called Lentini.
Never
And he
heard
was
of it.
ripping it up for Torino, and they signed him. And then about 6 months later, he twanged his Ferrari down a cliff and was never the same player again. The same as Gaza. So Lazio bought Gaza. They'd agreed to sign him. Then he twanged his knee in the cup final and didn't play for them for 12 months. And let's be honest as well, he's never the same player again.
Yeah.
Then you would, if you said to me, "Oh yeah, but Newcastle paid 15 million for Alan Shearer, but never won anything,"
Doesn't matter.
I would say it's a successful signing, wouldn't you?
Yes, it was like.
Yeah, so
I think
everything's,
I'm not sure if
it's all relative.
did Rooney overtake him in Premier League goals or not.
No.
No, it's still Premier League's top scorer, isn't he? So
Yeah,
like,
after Carlton Cole.
yeah, of course, good old Carlton Cole. But yeah, like 15 million for Alan Shearer was a bargain if you look at it now, especially. But it was a different time, wasn't it? It was like 20.
Well, it's like if I said
30 years ago.
If I said to you, I'm probably Anvil. I don't like calling him Anvil. I don't know his name. Sorry.
I think his name's James. If I'm correct, is that right?
Well, if he's called James, I'll call him, because I'm rude, I'll call him Jimbo. You're a hell of a lot. You're not a hell of a lot, but you're 20 years younger than me ish. And you know, if I said to you, name your best ever 11, any player, any time ever, yours and mine would be a lot different because you'd have Ronaldo and Messi nailed on.
Yeah.
Whereas I would probably say,
George Best.
Well, Gerd Muller.
Yeah.
I'd have George Best any day of the week.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Was he playing when you were alive? Was he playing when you were alive, or?
George Best was playing football when I was alive.
Okay.
I did not see George Best play football, you cheeky prick.
When did he retire?
Well, I was born in '77. I reckon he's still playing in America, just about then.
Yeah, I'll say like I'd be picking players like as we've had this conversation before. Like when I was dicking about.
Go on, do it. Go on, do it. Do your 11. It doesn't have to be your final 11.
God, I don't know.
spitball. Do your who's in goal? Who's in goal?
Probably Ike
Because
Casillas.
just that you go. Well, Casillas is a good one, but I may go. My 3 would be Buffon, Schmeichel, or Lev Yashin.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. It would be either Buffon. Yeah, Buffon is a good shout. It'd either be Buffon or Casillas.
Yeah, Casillas won it all, but I still think, backs against the wall. I think Buffon I'd take over Casillas.
Yeah, because he was still playing up until like last year or the year before.
It may shock you I didn't see Lev Yashin play.
Yeah.
But he apparently he redefined what a goalkeeper was. But I did see Peter Schmeichel play. And another one I would mention, who you may never heard. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. Have you ever heard of Neville Southall?
Heard of.
From about 83 to 8, what a goalkeeper. Big fat Welsh lad. You weren't getting past him.
Yeah, I think you've spoke about him before, maybe. Now you said big fat Welsh lad, it definitely rings a bell.
Go on then, let's spitball some fullbacks for me. Let's go left back.
Left back. My head goes straight to Ashley Cole. I don't know why.
Best ever?
He was dope.
No, that's the one thing. I can't really... Like, I wasn't really that into football till I was about 14, 15. I've always loved West Ham, supported West Ham, wanted West Ham to do well. But I've never really been interested in football as a whole until I was like 14, 15. So...
The best... Well, for me,
going off that, it's either... Going before that, it'd either be West Ham or England players. That's all it is. I didn't really know any players.
Yeah, but right. You know who looks dope right now? Reece Oxford. Reece James. He looks dope. See the goal he scored the other day? That was mad.
No, I didn't.
Isn't he right?
That was mad, man. Homeboy dribbled around players like Pele, dog, and then put it in the back of the goal. Mad.
Oh, wasn't one of the Neville brothers a left back?
Phil?
Yep, they were both sides, weren't they? Gary and Philip. They were both sides, though.
Sorry, we're doing the best ever football team. The left back will and always will until we see one better, Paolo Maldini.
Yeah, I agree with that. Word up.
You know who I'm going to say is one of both my centre backs, don't you?
Ooh, not Konsensky, dog. No, Julian Dix. You're talking about Julian Dix, dog. Straight up.
Now, this is world best. I love Julian, but this is world best ever.
Maldini was a step ahead of everybody, though.
Centre back.
Now we have to go. We do right back next. Then we do centre backs.
Right back's got to be Joey O'Brien.
Oh, piss off!
Oh, big shout!
That's like me saying Jenkins. That's like me saying Jenkins, dog, from Arsenal. We got on loan. Jenkins,
Roberto Carlos.
Yeah. The thing about Roberto Carlos is I don't need him because I'm going to have
Pablo
so many.
Zabaleta, best right backs ever. How do you mean?
You know, I was thinking about when I said.
In his prime, he was dope, dog. He was dope.
I can't have Roberto Carlos because I'm going to have so many brilliant players up top. I don't need him. Yeah. What I do need is the world's best left back, and that's Paolo fucking Maldini.
You're right.
You can't take one free kick and then twat the next 100 out the ground.
Yeah. Even his son was good, dog. Even his son was
Carlos,
good, dog.
You're not on
special, dog. The name is
Roberto
special.
Carlos, my friend. You're not on free kicks in my team because I've got a lot better players. Thank you very much.
No, I agree with that, dog.
But right back.
This is in my opinion, right back is the most difficult one because there's not many standouts.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Right back is not the most difficult one at all, dog.
Well then.
No, I want to hear your call because I already got
Zanetti?
mine. Like it's through these
Zanetti used to
ears,
play
which
right
is
back.
like kind of dense, but like it's through these ears, dog.
Yeah, Scott's got a good point, but for me, I'm having a right back. I'm having a dirty, nasty
Yes,
Real Madrid player who's won everything, has been
go
sent off
on,
3 billion times,
go
and I'm having
on.
what's his name? What's the
Who?
right back called?
Philip
For
Lahm?
Real Madrid. Pardon?
Oh no, for Real Madrid.
Ramos. Sergio Ramos.
You
He has
took
won
the
Hey, Philip
words
Lahm's a
everything.
out
good
of
shout
my
as well,
mouth.
though.
This man is like feeding me food right now. Maldini and Ramos, yes, please.
Right, centre back
Yes,
pairing then.
please. Yes, please. Like, yo, yes, 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 yes.
Centre
Well,
back
the centre
pairing.
back pairings, yet again, I'm going to win. So please, Reese, try and beat my centre back.
No,
Easy,
I'm winning with
easy.
you, dog. I'm winning with you, dog. We're all winning together, dog. Straight up, like,
I'm
yo,
guessing
Maldini,
you're probably gonna agree with
Sergio
me on one of
Ramos,
them.
come off of me, dog.
Yeah, and yes,
Pardon?
Scott is right. Ramos was a centre back.
I'm sticking
No,
at
he played
right
on the
back.
right. Oh no, he played on the right.
Yeah,
No,
no, he's
dog.
my right back.
Yeah,
Okay.
he played on the
Right,
right. No,
I'm
dog.
guessing you're gonna agree with me on my first pick for centre back, Bobby Moore.
Of course. I'm not an
Bobby
idiot.
Moore. And then my second centre
100%.
back, obviously, is Craig Dawson.
100%. Who would your second be,
Reese,
right? Who would
Craig
your second
Dawson.
be?
Reese, we've had this conversation, haven't we? Let's not be silly.
No,
I know you're playing to the teenage crowd with your silly rambunctiousness, but this is
Craig
proper
Dawson
football
is.
discussions.
But right,
Yes, right. Go on.
Brazy, good shout.
Barazy's up there, but he's not. I mean, there's one centre back,
No.
in my opinion, who's better than Bobby Moore.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
God.
sorry, he is.
Oh, stop it. Stop it. Who, stop it.
He played against him in the 1966
You
World
know
Cup
what?
final.
You know what? You know what? You
Oh,
know
what's
what?
his name?
Honestly, shush. Like, what position? Like center back. That was Pula or Puelo or whatever his name was.
K.
Pulo.
Franz Beckenbauer.
That's it, Beckenbauer.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
I said
Who was the
Beckenbauer, yeah.
Puala? No, the Puala cat. No, was dope, dog. How do you mean? He was live up. He was live
Laurent
up.
Blanc as well.
Puala, like
Big shout,
some
Laurent Blanc.
business. He was sick.
Laurent Blanc cannot lace Franz Beckenbauer's boots.
Agreed.
Good shout for
Agreed.
good
But he
player.
was dope.
Was a good
Agreed.
player.
But he was
I'd
dope.
have to raise you over Blanc, I think.
Okay, yo, let me ask you this, Luke. What position did Puskas play? Because my dad always raves about Puskas. What position
Striker.
did he play, dog?
Striker.
Well, we haven't got that far up the table
Well,
yet.
that's my striker. That's my blood clot striker, dog. Straight up.
We need our two. We're playing 4-4-2, so we need our two centre midfielders now.
Declan Rice and Thomas Soucek. No, I'm joking.
No, but you're not bad with Declan Rice. You're not bad with Declan Rice. Declan Rice and then go like Kante.
Right, okay.
Oh, and go Kante. That's a shout.
That is a good
You
shout.
get me? You get me?
You've also got Xavi and Iniesta with big shouts as well.
Yeah, but the problem with those two, this is my bugbear with when you go Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets. They had so much possession. I want my players to be able to run with the ball and smash the ball into the goal, or I want my players to be able to smash the opposition when they've got the ball, not play this bollocks football. Possession football is not what I want. I want proper. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, none of those are in my team.
Who else we got? Paul Scholes is a big one. Steven Gerrard.
Nah, Iniesta, dog. All day long, Iniesta, man. He's the man behind the prize, dog. Iniesta, straight up.
Our back four is Maldini, Bobby Moore, Franz Beckenbauer, and Ramos. They've won everything. Everything. Gerrard, as good as he is in Premier League, it's that. Have you won a World Cup? No. Have you got to a final? No.
No.
My best ever centre midfielder for my team is Bobby Charlton and Lothar Matthäus.
Matthias is a big shout. But what about Zidane?
No, but Zidane. No, I'm playing 4-4-2. So my centre midfielder, I need a creator and a destroyer.
Iniesta, dog. Iniesta has to be on the team, dog. Iniesta has to be on the team.
Don't disregard Bobby Charlton.
Ballon d'Or. Bobby Charlton for Iniesta. Iniesta's the class above. Iniesta is in the clouds, dog. Iniesta is like at Mars. He's a Mars being like me, dog. How do you mean?
What is Iniesta won that Bobby Charlton hasn't?
I don't business. Yo, Iniesta, and you know what? Iniesta and I agree with Rice, Declan Rice. Iniesta and Rice. Done.
I haven't got that far, Scott. Stop stealing my left winger.
Real talk. Oh, Platini, what a player. What a player.
Well, what are we going, left or right first?
Player, dog.
So for me, as I've said, obviously you've disregarded my centre midfield that have basically won everything. On left, I would have Johan Cruyff.
Yeah.
On the right, I would see everyone's not going to like this because I'm not playing Zidane. On the right, I would have Ronaldinho.
Oh,
stuck in behind the forward. I would have Diego Maradona. And up front, I am having good Muller.
I'm trading Maradona for Iniesta, dog. I can't have Mariana on my team, dog. Cannot have him on my team, dog.
I'll tell you what player.
Have him on my team, dog.
Just to let you know,
he ripped through the whole England team like they weren't even there.
Just let you know, I think that might be 5 World Cup winning captains in my team.
What about Pele? What about Pele? What about Pele, dog?
Roberto Carlos.
Mate, as I say, it's the best ever.
Pele is the best ever, dog. Like who's the other boy he played for? Who Zaza? No, not Zaza, but the boy he played with. He was wicked, dog.
I'm dropping a lot of good players.
Raul.
You know, name your
David Beckham.
Both they were getting my best ever British team, but mate, I haven't heard yours. You know, name your team. That's my team. I think that's quite a well balanced team.
Okay, right. You go. Name your team, right? Kill him with it. Kill him with the song. Kill him with the song.
Yeah, sorry, mate. Can I just got Stanley Matthews on the right or George Best. But the thing about Ronaldinho is he is a cheeky little cheekster, and I do like a cheeky little cheekster in my team. And he will just do something. You need that. You need that maverick. So yeah, I agree with you. But again, Ronaldinho, he's a cheeky little cheekster, isn't he? Something stupid. He'll do something stupid and then something brilliant, and then go and get drunk and sleep with 78 strippers. You need that kind of player in your squad. Because Bobby Moore's not doing that. Beckenbauer's not doing that. Matthias isn't doing that. Bobby Charlton isn't doing that. Cruyff and Ronaldinho out every night with Maradona get absolutely smashed. Up to their eyeballs with hookers and cokes. Yeah, well, Fat Ronaldo Pele wouldn't, but Fat Ronaldo would probably get a load of people. Fat Ronaldo, yes, but unfortunately, it's a little. Yeah, but the problem again with Ryan Giggs is, as I said, I've got 4-5 World Cup winning captains in my team, and that's the difference, I think, in world's best.
Okay, let me ask you this, Doc. Let me ask you this: Who do you have managing the team?
Sam Allardyce.
Oh, that's
Who do you have managing the Black team, Doc?
Give me a
Steve
moment.
McLaren. You got Steve McLaren managing the team, yeah? That's it.
Nah. Do you know what? This is the one thing when I might be a bit more sentimental than medals on the table, and this team would excel under Bobby Robson.
That's a good shout. That's a good shout.
Because he's everything every manager wants. I'd love to be manager because he's your friend. No, Bobby Robson, perfect international manager. Maybe Terry Venables, but I think he's too flashy. Bobby Robson.
I'd say Redknapp. I'd say Redknapp for mine, but I'll go through mine one at a time. But I'd say Redknapp for mine still.
I love
maybe
Harry
even
Redknapp.
Trevor Brookins or Redknapp for mine.
Oh no, Trevor Brookins is a good shout, but I love Harry Redknapp. But I think with Harry Redknapp, I get the impression if I sign for him, he's looking to sell me if he can get a better player, whereas Bobby Robson would try and make me a better player with an arm around the shoulder. Uncle Bobby, they called him, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. So did Jose Mourinho. He called him that too when he was translating everything to him, dog. Straight up.
For this team, you need a proper stout Englishman in a blazer to stand up front, take the flak.
I know he never came on. I know he never came on like a manager that he was supposed to be. But what are your thoughts about like Alan Shearer managing that team?
No, you'd want to be in that team. That's the problem.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Bobby Robson would never want to be in the team.
He just
was a right back. He played in a World Cup in, what was it, 56, 58, whatever it was.
Yeah.
This is the thing. What Scott says. This is the thing for me about age. Messi. I'm playing 4-4-2. Scott 4-4-2 every day of the week. Messi. That's the thing for me about Messi is they've scored all these goals, but sometimes it's like being a flat track bully, isn't it? They play on these perfect carpets, and now I'm sounding old. And he scores 6 against Osasuna.
Oh.
And he scores 4 in some Champions League dead rubber. And he scored 4,000 goals and all of that. But can you tell me, when it comes down to it, Messi or Alan Shearer, I take Alan Shearer every day of the week because he'd fight till the end of the day. It's different. It's different kind of football. Everyone says, "Oh, I don't like Maradona." Maradona basically won a World Cup, then dragged Argentina to a final on his own, then almost dragged them to another final before he got chucked out because he was high off his tits on bloody crack. He played football in the USA World Cup finals and was brilliant on crack. Then they kicked him out.
Nearly half
if he wasn't high on crack.
I know, but that's like Jeff Hurst. He used to down like a bottle of whiskey before like every match start. Like, and he was saying, even Paul Gascoigne. You forgot Paul Gascoigne, dog. How can you forget Paul Gascoigne, dog? Like, you forgot Gazza. You can't forget Gazza. Wait till I tell you my team, dog. Wait till I tell you my team, dog. It's over. It's over.
Go on then.
No. Rise is first. Rise is first. I'm third. Straight up. 3's my favorite number.
Can I just quickly say something? It's nearly 12:30 and I need to be up early, so I'm going to head off, all right?
You got to put your team out, dog. If you don't put your team out, that's just whack. Like, yo, if you don't put your team out, that's just whack.
I'm not doing a team. I'm too tired. I need to sleep.
Well, like, yo, you're whack.
You're whack.
I want these guys don't even know what I'm talking about. Yo, Rice or Henderson? Rice or Henderson? Name me one name. Yo, you guys are whack. Hello, Rice. You're whack. You're whack. Yo, name your team, dog. Before you go to sleep, name your team, dog. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, man? Just name your team. Quick, hurry. Chris, Curry.
Keeper would be, I don't know, who did I say earlier? Casillas. Left back would probably be Maldini. Centre backs, Bobby Moore and I'm gonna go from my lifetime that I've really seen and stuff that I know. Casillas, Marcelo, a left back. Real Madrid Marcelo. Well, obviously I know about Bobby Moore, so I'm going to say Bobby Moore. Bobby Moore and who else at the centre back? Probably PK, maybe.
You said Maldini, but not Maldini, Baresi.
I'm going for my lifetime that I really remember. Right back, probably Gary Neville, maybe. Centre mids, Gerrard and Lampard.
They never worked well together, though. They never worked well together. They crossed each other out like tic-tac-toe.
Beckham.
Mate, it's his team. They may be bullshit, but it is his team.
Probably Beckham instead of Gerrard, maybe, because I always like Lampard for England.
Mm-hmm.
Right mid, probably have to be Messi. Left mid, probably Ronaldinho, and then up front, Shearer and Cristiano Ronaldo.
Strong.
And Scott, Luke did say Peter Schmeichel earlier. And with that, I'm going to bed.
Cheers, mate. Take care.
I won't end the stream. I'll just leave. Bye, guys.
Yo, so Luke, my team would be this, dog. My team would be Schmeichel. No, you know what? Khan. I'd have Khan in goal. I'd have Maldini. I'd have Bobby Moore. I'd have Pirlo. I'd have Sergio Ramos, like you, on the right.
Pirlo?
In the mid, I'd have...
You got Pirlo in centre defence?
No, yeah. Why not? Fuck off. And then I'd have No, I don't care. This is my team, doc. My team will we'll switch formations like how David Moyes does, doc. And then I'd have in my midfield, who'd I have, doc? In my mid, I'd have who'd I have, doc? In my midfield, I'd have Beckenbauer, like you said. I'd have
mate, switching for Pirlo. Switching for Pirlo because Pirlo isn't playing centre back.
Okay, there you go. So that's what I do, and then I'd have Beckenbauer, and then I would have Rice. To tell you the truth, I would have Rice, and then I'd have I'm not going to 4-2-4. Then I'd have Iniesta. I would have Messi. I would have Pele, and then I would have who's a brilliant player. They could play on the right type things. I would have who's the last final puzzle of the jigsaw, dog? The last final puzzle of the jigsaw. It would be, you know what? Yeah, it would be Beckham. Yeah, so that's my team. Done. No real striker, just attacking players, dog. Solid midfielders, like solid defense, solid goalkeeper. That's what I run with, man.
Mine's better than yours. Fact.
What's that?
Mine's better than yours. Fact.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Because if my team played your team, like, yo, like, it would be lightning speed. It would be like, it would be one-touch football. It would be like, yo, you can't get a goal past the keeper, dog. Yo, I don't know. Go on with yourself. But, like, yo, I had everybody up in there. Puskas, like, Beckenbauer. Oh, Puskas. So hold on. I trade Beckham for Puskas. So, yeah, Beckham's on the bench. There you go. Done. Winning team. Winning, like, everything in the world.
Well, you say that, but I still have Johan Cruyff and Ronaldinho. So
No, Ronaldinho needs like to go to the dentist, dog. How do you mean? Like real talk, and he has gone, which is wicked to him. But like, yo, it's like Edgar
okay,
Davids, dog. Like, yo,
should we
same
do
thing. Edgar Davids, he wasn't a bad player, you know. Edgar
Edgar
Davids
David?
was not a bad player, you know.
Yeah, not in my team at best ever, but yeah, good player.
Yeah, but I'm just
He
saying.
played like Mateus.
And you know who my manager would be? My manager, my manager, dog. My manager would be my manager would be David Moyes, straight up, 100%. Because I think what he's done is electric, like Electric Avenue type things. Electric Avenue, remember that tune? Electric Avenue. Yeah, I'd run. Yeah, I'd run. Yeah, I'd run that. I'd run that. David Moyes is manager, straight up, 100%.
Should we do best ever West Ham team?
Oh, let's have it. Let's have it. Let's go. Let's go. You first, dog, because you'll give me ideas. You'll give me ideas. So let's
No,
go. Let's go. Let's
we need
go.
to. We'll agree. So we'll start with the goalkeeper.
Oh, what goalkeeper? What? Uh, 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 uh. Who would? Hold on. Ludo?
Yeah, I guess. I always liked Rob Green.
No. You got it all wrong there. You got it all wrong there, my friend. Really, Robert Green? Robert
What's up?
Green's like Joe Hart's a poor man's version of Rob Green, dog. Like, no, Ludo or like who's really or Shaka Histop. Shaka Histop. I thought he was live. I thought he was
No,
live. Honestly.
we'll go with Ludo for out of that. I think.
Okay, so we agree on Ludo. Let's go right back.
Ray Stewart.
Oh shit, that's a good shout. That's a good shout. I take Thomas Repka, but you take Stewart. So go on.
I would take Thomas Repka. The only thing about Thomas Repka is, he was mental.
Even Sebastian Schmel, he had fire. Sebastian Schmel, he had a bit of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think Ray Stewart probably.
No, I'm not disagreeing with that, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, like Schmel and Repka were a different class, but that's right back. So the two center backs, who you rolling with?
Well, Bobby Moore's the first one, isn't it?
Who's that, man?
Bobby Moore.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So we need to think of another centre back.
Another center back, Winston Reed.
Alvin Martin.
Yeah,
He did play for England.
no, I know. Winston Reed put himself
Ogbonna.
about too, though.
Ogbonna.
It's a good shout.
Rio.
But yeah, Rio, there it is. 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 There it is.
So Bobby Rio, between the left back. I think we'll
Imagine
agree.
that, Bobby Moore and Rio Ferdinand, like in the same squad. That would be nuts, man. On the left, who you rolling with on the
I
left?
think we'll all agree who our left back is.
Who's that?
We all know who our left back is.
Dix.
Of course it is.
That's it. That's it. Midfield. Two what are you going with? 4-2-3-1, 4-4-2. Like what are you rolling with?
I'm unequivocally going for 4-4-2.
Okay. So in the middle of the 4-4-2, who would you have? I'd have Rice, and then who would you have beside Rice?
See, this is where it becomes difficult for me.
Right?
I loved and adored Ian Bishop. I thought he was a brilliant
Yeah.
footballer.
Yeah.
But we were, let's be honest, when I loved Ian Bishop, we were dog shit.
Would you consider like this is hard? This is hard, but would you consider like Steve Lomas or Hayden Mullins in
No,
the
I'm
trajectory
not.
or no?
I think they were brilliant players. But if I'm sticking another player next to Declan Rice, I'm sticking Billy Bonds there.
Oh, imagine that, dog. Imagine that. Imagine that, man. Holy shit. Imagine that. Billy Bonds and Rice. Flipping out.
Try
And
getting
then
through that.
and then come again, sorry?
Try getting through Billy Bonds and Declan Rice. If
You
one
can't.
don't get it, the other one fucking will.
You can't. Yeah. So on the right, who would you have on the right, Luke?
See, this is where it becomes a little bit difficult.
No, it doesn't though. It doesn't.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think it's got to be our non-friend Payet.
You have to, you have to, don't you? Honestly, you
Because
have
quite
to.
frankly, that season and a
Yeah,
half,
you have
he
to.
was
Yeah.
absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
He was redonkulous.
Now, on the left, would you boycott this, kibosh this? Like, don't want to know about this, but would you consider Benayoun or no?
I loved Ben Ayoun.
Me too.
I loved Sinclair.
See, that's the difference.
I love Joe Cole, but unfortunately,
That's the difference,
I've got to stick to Trevor Brooking in this team, and he is my left winger.
Yeah. Now, what about like we're missing people, dog? We're missing like McAvenny. We're missing people like Tony Cox. Like we're missing people
Yeah,
like
but we haven't got to our strikers yet.
like Vic Watson. Vic Watson wasn't he like the top like goal
Yeah,
scorer for West Ham until like Antonio did his two things? Like
no, Antonio was the top scorer in the Premier League. We've had higher scorers than that. But Vic Watson
was insane. He was mad.
Yeah, but he scored 326 goals and no one's ever seen any one of them. That's
and
the
then
problem.
Joe Cole, Paulo Di Canio, done.
Yeah, mate, it's well, up front. We can't. We've got two. Apparently, we've got Payet on the right.
Yeah.
Trevor Brooking on the left. Rice and Bonds in the middle.
Bonds in the middle, yeah. So that's 4-4. And then who are your two strikers?
Well, we can't have Joe Cole.
No, I would. I'd have Joe Cole and Di Canio as strikers. It's their own business. That's what I'd have. I know you got like Tevez and I know you got like Watson, but on that team, I think they'd all gel well together with a bit of Cole and a bit of Di Canio, honestly.
Or you say that
Hurston Di Canio. That's what Scotty V saying. Good shout.
I'd go Hurst and TC.
Hurst and Tony Cotti. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Okay. I go Defoe and Cole.
Tony Cotti is why I'm a West Ham fan. So
no, Di Canio and Cole. Sorry, pardon me.
Tony Cotti is why I'm a West Ham fan. So I have to pick him.
I know. Joe Cole's why I'm a West Ham fan, so that's why I have to pick him. Like different eras, honestly.
But that's the thing is, unfortunately, as I said about the best, when I said about the best players ever, sometimes you've got to lay your cards on the table. And Jeff Hurst did win the World Cup, having scored a hat trick in the final. I know he didn't do it for West Ham necessarily, but
he did after he came back from the World Cup, though. After he came back from the World Cup, he did it. Like he had an extra boost of confidence in him, man.
Yeah, but no, I know. All I'm saying is, I know he didn't win that for West Ham, as it were. But
Hmm.
you can't take away from the fact that West Ham had a player that scored a hat trick in the World Cup final. I'll say
That's
that
what I'm
again.
talking about.
West Ham
Yeah,
United had a
yeah,
player. Not only
yeah.
had a player they produced that scored a hat trick in the World Cup final.
Word up, man. No, yeah.
Because as good as Declan Rice is, he won't do that.
He might though. He might.
No,
He
Declan
might,
Rice will
man.
never.
He might.
How many goals has Declan Rice scored for
It
West
doesn't
Ham?
matter. He's on his uprise. He's on his like up and up. He's on like planes taking off in JFK, like LAX. Like he's on his up. Like
No, mate, I
Heathrow,
agree with you.
Gatwick.
I agree with you.
Yo, he's
The,
on
the
his
World
up.
Cup,
Like,
the World Cup has been going since 1930, and only
yeah.
one player has scored a hat trick in the final.
Who's that?
Jeff Hurst.